Good evening, everyone, and welcome. We are Random Encounter Productions. I am Cody Stone. With me tonight, we have...
Allison.
Sean.
Courtney. Sam.
Eric.
Caitlin.
And this is the Lamplighters. It is our D&D 5e ultramodern game set in a steampunk Victorian London of 1888. Before we get into the action tonight, we do have a couple of quick announcements. We are trying out some ambient noise, some background. Yes. Like that.
I'm having trouble connecting.
Thank you, Alexa.
Wait, maybe that was Tina.
It was almost just sassy. Like, we're trying out some ambient noise. You know, I'm having trouble connecting.
Later.
It's like if you were sassy to a 1950s operator. Oh, okay, and now that's a drop call.
I feel that suspiciously.
Would you mind not doing that, please, ma'am?
Get your shit together, Alexa!
Well, we were trying out some ambient noise.
I'm having trouble connecting to the internet. Take a look
Yeah,
at
maybe
the
let's just get rid of that for now.
section.
We tried and that happened, so.
So we tried out a few things with some ambient noise.
That's honestly the best case scenario. Like, that's
What?
like,
Alexa and her fucking comedic timing.
right?
Well done, Alexa.
God damn.
That's hilarious.
She's like
Guys,
Don Rickles.
She's been learning.
Oh,
Us.
seriously.
Evolving.
I hate it.
Yeah.
Rise.
Jesus.
They are. They're gonna
You know who's not a
over.
sponsor? Amazon or Alexa. Fuck you guys.
But if you'd like to sponsor us and send us some equipment that works, that would be amazing.
And then, fuck you guys sweetly.
Speaking of Amazon, don't forget about if you have Amazon Prime, you also have Twitch Prime, which means you get a free Twitch subscription with your Amazon Prime if you just come on in and set it up, and you can give it to us and hang out with us 3-4 times a week, and we have a good time.
Still
Did
funny.
you like the segue?
I did. It was very well done.
You're welcome.
I am super impressed. Speaking of hanging out with us, we are going to be having some new shows. Some different scheduling is coming down the pike. So please, if you do not follow us on social media, please do so. Something's still making noise, right?
It's okay. It was a backup.
Okay.
You're not going crazy.
I should have said no.
Nothing's making noise.
It's been a slow progression for a few months now.
Okay, so one more time. Do follow us on social media. We're on Facebook. We're on Twitter, Instagram. I don't think that actually helps you though. All of those fun things, so that you can see what our schedule coming up is going to be. We are going to have on the 18th a very special show from our friends over at Laugh Out Loud Gaming.
Laugh Out Gaming.
Laugh Out Gaming.
Laugh Out Gaming.
Laugh Out Gaming. No out loud. Just
Everyone
laughing
goes to
out.
Laugh Out Loud, and that is not correct.
That
It's
is-
Laugh Out Gaming.
I think
It's a real production.
It is a log, not a lull.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah. I think Laugh Out Loud Gaming is a real production.
It probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably something completely different. Yeah.
So, they're going to come in. They're going to shoot one of their normal series. We might have a couple of guest stars on that. We are going to be moving our second Disasters in Danger Day. Usually our Saturday is going to become a Tuesday.
Woo!
And we are going to still do something on Saturday. It's going to be late night. That is when we are going to put our Stranger Saturdays to work with our Legacy Eldritch Horror. Watch me nerve-wrackingly destroy hundreds of dollars worth of board game. So that'll be fun.
My heart hurts, honestly.
Wait, why do you have to destroy it?
Because he's making it a legacy
Because
game.
that is the way a Legacy game is played.
Oh.
Yeah.
We will discuss semantics
We
later.
will.
No,
we
it's
will.
fine. That just makes me sad.
It
Yeah,
makes
I
me
know.
sad too.
Did you
We'll see how it goes.
all your beautiful cards?
So many beautiful
There's
cards.
so many.
We'll see. They'll survive. Many of them will survive. It'll give me a reason
Because
to get
we
a
won't.
perfect set.
That's why.
Yeah,
we're gonna
That
die.
is
Got
why the
stakes,
It'll take us
man.
years to get
States.
through all of those cards. We won't be alive long enough to go through all of them.
So
Silly.
that's going to be very exciting. We are also beginning our gaming decathlon this Wednesday. I will be participating. I believe Whistler is another one of the competitors.
And competitor.
Yes,
She
yes,
is.
it is. So reach out to Sean about betting odds. We're solidifying our last
I'm a
entrant.
bookie.
Yeah, this is gonna be great.
Not legally online, you're not.
Oh no, there's nothing legal about this.
Okay.
I'm like a Mickey Cohen bookie.
Oh, okay. That makes me feel so much better.
Jewish and sleazy.
So,
That's your motto, right?
Mhm.
what other announcements do we have? Because I'm clearly forgetting.
Thank you
Many of
to
them.
Team Multiverse.
Yes, you guys are awesome.
Yes.
You guys are absolutely fantastic. Thank you for the raids. We will be sharing those forward. So thank you once again to all of you.
And
Your lovely shirt.
Yes,
Noble Dwarf.
Noble Dwarf Printing, who makes our shirts, who we are doing a giveaway with. I believe in the next month. We'll be doing that initial giveaway for the shirt. And we are going to be pieing me tomorrow.
When is that?
Tomorrow, Saturday, after Disasters in Danger, which is from 4 to 8. So sometime after 8 p.m. we will do a special. We'll get a special camera set up. We'll throw down a sheet, pie me in the face. It'll be fun.
Which one won?
Pumpkin.
Okay.
Yeah. We had to find an out of season pumpkin pie that was frozen for like a week and is hopefully thawed by now.
Deary me.
Otherwise, we might as well just hit you with the pecans.
Yeah. At that
In that
point,
case, the pecan is mercy.
It's mercy.
I mean,
Allison and I are still Team Shepherd.
yeah, Team Shepherd.
Shepherd's pie?
Yeah.
Fine.
Yeah.
No, just Team Shepherd. We like
I mean-
shepherds in general.
Get me several sheep.
All the sheep.
I don't want the sheep. I just want someone to watch them. But is a shepherd without sheep a shepherd? Who knows?
I will get you sheep. Calm down, shepherd. Just sit in my living room
Oh my god.
and wait.
I'd say we're in the same. Yeah, we're in the same thought process.
If you've noticed our beautiful new overlay, thank you to Jay at JVision. The O in Vision is a 0 on Twitter.
Okay. Jay is a member of Team Multiverse.
Yes, but specifically
Yes.
for all of this that is happening around us.
J Vizzy0N.
Yes, it's gonna be in the chat.
Yes.
It's
Yeah.
okay.
It will.
Oh, so what happens when you get to 75 concurrent
When we get to
viewers?
75 concurrent viewers, we are giving away our awesome D20. I'm going to be sad to see it go.
I'm scared.
This is from Saving Throw Pillows. They have a Kickstarter launching soon. We're going to include that link once it goes live. On the 20 is our logo for the D20. Also, we do have Dice Pocket on the pillow. That's cool.
This could be your dice.
If you're using it
See, I'm always afraid I would put my dice in there and then be like, time to lay down and nap. And like blind myself on a D4.
Especially with your dagger.
Don't put D4s
Dagger
in there.
D.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
But only D4s. Only D4s.
We're gonna stuff a pillow with D4s.
Oh, and then let me sleep on it.
No.
Subscription Discord.
Yes. So members of our
I'm having so much
subscribers are getting access to our Discord.
Hold this. I'm putting it back where I got it.
Yeah.
It's lovely.
So yeah, starting today, if you are a subscriber of the Twitch channel, you are going to get access to our Discord channel. We also have emotes and emojis coming out at the affiliate level. We have to get them approved and things, so they are rolling out slowly. But those of you that are subscribers, look forward to seeing those. And those have gone up live on our Discord. So if you're a subscriber, you're going to get to see them anyway. We've got Rise, we've got some logos, we've got some D20s. Got some natural 20s. We got a lot of dissection.
Rise
things.
is my favorite emoji I've ever seen, and I plan to save it to my phone to use it out of context.
Good.
You guys are
That
nice.
to everyone. I meant to bring a
Not
picture
funny.
today.
It's a good time. But
Is voting for the hero closed yet?
voting for the Hero of the Multiverse is still open.
We
do
try to
check
get
it-
a healer.
Yeah, we're looking for a healer. D&D 5e. If you are one of our patrons, you get a curated hero with art at the level that you patron us at. Of your patronage. The level of your patronage. So.
You can patronize me a little bit.
Everyone patronizes everyone. It's fine.
Yeah.
So, I think that covers all of it. We will be having some new partners coming down the line that we're getting set up with. to support different shows. And yeah, you
Some
guys
exciting
are
guest stars.
awesome. That's right. We do have some guest stars
Coming up.
coming. Yes.
Keep an eye out.
Some little, or an ear out.
Or
little,
both of
little cameos. Little audio cameos. We'll see.
Yeah.
Or some returning favorites.
Yes, those
Yep.
as well. Those as well. Okay. Let's get into the action.
We're
Of
going in.
the Lamplighters.
I want like a focus light.
So we take our adventure to 1888 London, a very different London that has had the technologies and sciences press forward through the invention of the analytical and Babbage engines that has driven industry forward about 50 years. Year is 1888, and our setting is the greatest city of the greatest empire that the world has ever known, London. A city caked in dirt and grime and smog and steam of coal, where social hierarchies are at their most extreme. It is a place ripe for revolution between genders and classes, as education has already begun the wheels of revolution. Equality is knocking at the door. Our heroes are members of a secret society known as Lamplighters. They are the ones to bring light to the darkness, to guard society against the weird, wild, and the wicked ways. Recently, they had been hired by one Helena Deus Ruiz, a German member of the Catholic Church, who passed as they were researching Haley Talbot and one of her associates, a Jareth Adams, another secretive figure who seemed to be in charge of both of these operatives, had captured a number of the Lamplighters, and they were rescued just barely, but not before this dark figure had infected them with something nefarious. One of the members exposed their devilish nature early on. But after a month, over tea, the two other Lamplighters who had experienced torture at the hands of the mysterious figure also lost control. Unable to capture their friends, these two Lamplighters have disappeared into London below, an ancient underground deeper than the tube stations that, from perhaps mystical origins, or simply ancient cities that have been built over throughout the history of the British Isles. This is where we begin, 10 days after their recent possession. Separated and not together, Rory awakens in London below. She makes her way to the surface, and upon realizing that she has been out of communication, she knows that she has been out for 10 days. The closest place that she can reach to is the Thanet House, where she was most recently, as best she can remember, having tea. Her adventure we will pick up on next time. Otherwise, we're going to begin with Effie Crook. Effie, would you like everybody to be here for this?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm scared.
Okay.
Wanna roll for it?
Started with that.
Sure.
Eric and I have downtime to take care of.
Yes.
Do you want to do that now, or do you want to?
Yeah.
Let's do downtime.
Okay, I was
Yeah.
honestly, I was like, dude, are we not getting done?
No, we
No, you
are.
are.
It just depends on when he wants
Yeah,
to do it.
it's just so.
It's May the 5th, by the way.
Okay, I wasn't sure if it was the 5th or the 6th.
Okay.
The
Yeah,
5th.
it is May 5th.
The
It
5th.
is.
Okay.
I thought it was a month.
I wrote back on May 5th.
Yeah,
Cool.
that's
It was a
what I
month, and
thinking.
then me and Rory were gone for 10 days.
Right, so you
Yeah.
get 5 weeks.
Oh, damn, because my
Yeah.
last day is March 26th.
Yep.
Yep.
You and I both
Okay.
get 5
Oh
weeks.
gosh.
That is
So
correct.
May 5th?
Yeah.
May the 5th.
Yeah.
Let us begin with.
I need to look up some things. I messaged some
That
people
sounds
before
good.
I remember what I need to do.
We'll begin with Azul.
Yes.
What would you like to do with your downtime?
So, we got to read our lovely little thing that we had in the Discord. But basically, ever since Lola rose, she was there, but she wasn't like actively there. She was just hovering in the background just to make sure that it happened, but she wasn't like there. And then she left, and Yuzol went to Oxford, and is just researching for all 5 weeks.
Okay.
Good.
Absolutely.
She ran away with an emotional crisis.
No, that is a great thing to do. So, researching as a downtime activity is a 50 pounds per week.
Okay.
On top of your living expense. So we do need to establish at what level you are keeping yourself.
Definitely just moderate.
Moderate.
Yeah.
So I believe that is 2 pounds a day.
Oh, just 2. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Moderate is 2 pounds a day. So for every week that you spend researching, it is 50 pounds in bribes, gifts, just getting you entry and opportunity to speak to experts of different varieties. You can spend an additional 100 pounds per week, or up to 600 pounds a week, for a +1 bonus on your research check. So we'll need to go week by week to determine how much you're actually spending.
Yes. Probably just gonna keep it straight.
Straight?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. Can I do religion checks, or would you rather just do a straight?
No, I think religion is appropriate here. Would you like to try to focus it in a specific direction?
Yes.
Okay.
Potentially. No. I will start generically, see if I remember or if I can sort of determine what rite was used on us.
Okay. Yeah, make your first religion check, please.
Not 20.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awful.
Nice.
There are a variety of rites that you can that can be used to invoke demonic or devilish possession. They do tend to center around Judeo-Christian faith, as the idea of spiritual possession in a lot of the Eastern religions is rare. So that does let you know. You can't determine the specific rite because you don't remember what you went through. You only have the briefest of memories of after you came out of being possessed and in the dark room seeing what was scrawled and what was written. You are certain that it is a underworld style of possession, and you actually believe it is I will say a gateway possession. And what that means is that the specific entity that exists within you is not singular. That it has turned you into a vessel, which may be overtaken by a variety of different cohorts. So you are not possessed by a singular demon, but rather there's a part of you that is empty for them to fill.
Gotcha. Cool. Next week, I'm going to try and research, and find out any more information about Jareth if I can.
Jareth. Okay.
Just to see, because obviously.
Let's go with history for Jareth.
5. I don't know who he is.
Jareth is a difficult figure to get details on. You know his address. In the little bit of research that you are able to do, his address is not registered to a Jareth Adamson, nor has it ever been. You run into just a backlog of red tape whenever you try to dig into who actually owns that house or who might be bankrolling him in some sort of way. So that's
cool.
That is a difficulty.
Yeah. Can I research how to shut the gateway?
Yeah.
Cool.
Make a either religion or arcana.
21.
On
religion.
Religious rites, as far as exorcisms go, tend to deal with specific exorcisms. They are mostly codified in private Catholic texts that are safe or guarded closely by the Vatican, as they are inflammatory to the general public, and especially given the history of the Spanish Inquisition and the atrocities that have been performed in those names, they are not something that are kept as public knowledge. But you do know that is, with appropriate context, you could find somebody there that would do a classic exorcism. Whether or not that would close the gate,
right?
However,
would that work? It's actually 22 because I can't add if that matters.
So it's still the same information.
Okay, yeah.
It is you're not sure if that's the right end or a dead end. It is a potential.
Right.
The other thing you can look into is arcana through like pagan rites or other rituals that may be effective. So that is 3 weeks now. Okay.
Okay. I will try an arcana trick.
Okay. Are you trained in arcana?
Not really.
I mean,
No.
it's either, the bubble's either checked or
No,
it's
the
not.
bubble is not
Okay.
checked. I'm not proficient in arcana. No.
That's fine. It just determines the type of information I can give you.
Gotcha.
So you can still attempt it, though. Would you like to commit any? You already rolled. Never
I
mind.
did. Nope, it's fine. It's a 17.
17. Wiccan rites speak of voluntary possession by the goddess Gaia, or the Great Earth Spirit, which is more akin to the gateway possession. It is once a religious experience of opening oneself up and emptying out the vessel spiritually to allow for greater forces to come in. That's the closest that you find as far as this type of gateway possession. It seems like that's what you've been through, but in a forceful manner. Instead of going through like a cleansing and opening yourself up, you just sort of bored out a piece of you to make room.
Fine.
Yes.
Something pleasant.
So at least that is
It's a direction.
It is a direction.
Yeah.
Which sounds a little closer to maybe what you're looking for.
Yeah. For my last week, can I try to do an I don't know if this is still research or what, but try to find pagans in London, because I know they're not necessarily as
I mean that's gonna
available.
take some effort. Yeah, it's
You can't just cruise on into the Catholic Church.
Excuse me, you seen of the pagans?
Do you know where they are? Could you direct me there, please?
I've come in search of pagans.
I can't just like go to the woods and just be like, pagans, come to me.
That's what happens
Woods in
on
London.
That's how it works.
Yeah, nope, definitely. Roll
Yep.
for your last week.
It's true.
Roll an investigation check. It'll still be research.
Okay.
Whatever Dan did.
And I'm gonna add my +1 to that.
Okay, you're gonna spend the money to increase the roll.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Which dice is going to be?
There's so many
One with
now.
20 sides.
Okay. 22.
22.
Is the 20-sided dice.
There is a you do find rumors of a circle of hedge witches that frequent some of the boroughs south of the Thames. They move around a little bit, so they are difficult to pin down. You are given a constellation that sort of serves as a calling card or symbol for them of the water bearer Aquarius. And you are given a name. Keelan. Okay.
Yep.
Jeremiah,
Could you check your Discord for me real quick?
check in the Discord.
If you'd like access to things on our Discord, like letters and adventure logs, we are giving access to both our Twitch subscribers and our patrons on Patreon. Link below.
Yes, you can see our fun little conversation of my actual research.
First or second week.
Okay. I'm just gonna say it'll be the second week, so
That's fine.
First week, because that way I can actually have fun with the first week.
Okay.
First week, I am actually going to end up going to the fights.
To the fights.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Just to.
How are you getting in?
Oh, that's right. I'm not a fancy person.
You are not a fancy person.
I'm not a fancy pants. Never mind.
As a matter of fact, you're the opposite of their usual
It's
clientele.
Yeah.
What?
Incredibly the opposite.
What? They don't like cops here? What?
That's fine.
Never mind.
Yeah, I found out that you aren't rich enough for them.
Yeah, that too.
Nah.
Go your hobo cop outfit.
My hobo
That
cop.
didn't work out super well.
You still have the chauffeur.
Listen, you and that damn chauffeur outfit.
That was me.
What you doing?
Huh? Well, I thought I knew, but now I no longer knew. I know everything after week 2, though. Week 2
Okay.
and on. But for week 1, then, I'm just going to...
Relax.
You could do your job.
You can
You
work.
can do your
Yeah.
job.
Yeah, you could actually try to keep this.
That's going to be weeks
You're
2
gonna
through
get
5 already.
fired.
Okay. Well, it is up to you.
I guess I'll research the other crime, the torso, torso killer.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. Make a investigation check for me.
I like the idea of a serial killer called the Torso Killer.
If I ever become a serial killer, that's my name.
You don't really make any progress on that.
No, it was a real one that I actually looked up.
He had a torso and nothing else.
No, that's all they found.
They leave behind only a torso.
Just carve it into the
Yeah, pretty much. Like I showed it to him and he just looked at it like, okay, that's the thing.
There you go.
And then I assume I'll have heard about.
Yeah. So the killing on April 3rd is just a vicious murder of a woman in Whitechapel. That is, I believe she's raped and eviscerated.
Mm-hmm.
The first one's not eviscerated. The first one is.
I paid attention last week, so that's why I know what this is.
Allison and I had a moment when we figured out what this was at the same time.
The same moment.
I was thinking, you're like, yeah, eviscerated, yeah, normal.
Yeah.
Okay.
I also did papers.
I believe her neck was cut.
Okay. I'm gonna go and try to tag along with the cops on that one. Start trying to figure out.
Sure.
Since I've hit a dead end with the other one.
What I will say is, so you're gonna work the next 4 weeks.
Yeah.
Okay. Why don't you just make 2 investigation checks for me? We'll do them in 2-week chunks.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So that is able to earn you comfortable lifestyle for the for 1 week plus 25 or plus 50 pounds. Plus actually it'll be plus 100 pounds for 2 weeks.
So 200 pounds over 2 weeks?
No. 100 pounds over
So
2
50
weeks.
per week. Okay,
Yes,
okay.
correct.
I was just
There
like,
you go. Yep. Second 2 weeks?
Yep. I'll take it. 12.
12. Modest lifestyle. You're just paying your bills at that point.
Okay. So no extra on that one.
No.
Do I find anything?
Nothing that really breaks the case. It seems to be a, well, gruesome, isolated incident.
Okay. I'm just going to be right now what you said. So. You're good.
We're good.
Okay. Anything else? Some of you guys have
10
a
days.
week. 10 days.
Solid week, yeah.
Yeah. What are you up to?
One last, sorry.
Yeah.
It doesn't require rolling or anything. I will periodically, though, be going to check in on Lola.
Okay.
Fine.
Awesome. Sounds good. Lola.
So, Lola has never had to have a job before.
No.
Lola wants to see if Arthur could use maybe some help around Vauxhall, maybe doing any help with any research he's doing, like move things,
Okay.
like secretarial types.
Sure.
Does
Sure.
he need a receptionist?
He has drinks like that.
Make an investigation
That's
check.
fair. Frequency is the best receptionist.
Modified 20.
Modified 20. Okay, yeah, you take to it pretty well. You earn yourself a comfortable lifestyle for the week.
Okay.
So that just goes directly into paying your living expenses.
I don't have to.
You don't have to borrow from Norda. Nope, the other one.
Lucy.
God.
She's Lola.
She's Lola. You're
I
Lola.
was say it's not even borrowing from Lucy. That
Might
must be
as
the
well.
issue. It's
No,
because
Yes.
Alfred doesn't like her. Oh, the other thing, I've marked off money and stuff, but she is going to repurchase a set of her normal clothes that are
Mhm.
armored, as well as a new gun, and the gun is going to live in her cubby.
Okay.
At Vauxhall.
Footlocker?
Sure. Yeah.
Trunk?
Yeah.
Yeah.
At Vox, she's also going to pick up books before a lot of nonsense happened. She'd commissioned at the Queen's a ball gown and also a almost servant's
Yes.
low class dress.
Yeah.
Both of those are picked up. The ball gown's gonna go back home with her, but the servant's dress and then her bullets and gun are gonna stay in her footlocker.
Got it.
Yeah, I repurchased myself too.
Okay.
Just putting it out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, thank you. Good to know.
Just a note, I probably swung by Vauxhall because I have a note from March 26th. Then 3 to 4 weeks, my suppressor will be ready.
You do have. Did you pay for the suppressor?
I did not pay for it yet because I had zero money at the time.
Right. So they have a prototype.
Okay.
So if you would like to try, if you would like to purchase the prototype, you can.
Okay. I mean, so if someone's got to test it. So.
Yeah, sure.
In the field.
Yep.
Great.
Yeah.
Robocop.
Robocop.
Field testing a suppressor that may or may not work.
Could just blow up in his
We just gotta be really quiet, guys. Okay. But now, oh no!
It literally just blows up in your face.
It actually magnifies the sound.
Well, field test it because it will work someone would.
This could go very badly or very awesomely. There's no in between.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Emperor's New Groove. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
No, because it was going to bother me if I didn't immediately remember that.
Oh my gosh.
Let me see. Okay. So for you can purchase one. Okay. For £225, you can purchase the prototype.
I know why you're laughing right now.
I can give you some.
Oh, okay. I can afford it now.
Okay.
I'll give you 25.
Oh, okay. So I still have 20.
Yes.
Oh, you're so generous.
Yeah, because unlike everyone else, I rolled well on my percentile, so I didn't lose all my money.
I didn't have to roll the
I'm a
percentile.
Smart sniper.
I was like, where's it?
I only had 16 pounds
You lost
when
it
I
all
went
before.
in there.
You lost all when you ran after Jared.
No, I lost everything, but I had a little bit left, and then I went and bought my new
Oh, that's
gun
right.
and commissioned my dress that I still haven't picked up, and then I had 16 pounds, and then I got captured.
I also dropped all my money on 2 shotguns, and then I also owe my soul to Thomas now for one of them.
I didn't.
You didn't
I actually
drop, you
commissioned
didn't
a
drop
couple of
any of your
dresses.
goddamn money on the
Bought
shotgun.
yourself a new gun.
Oh, no, I bought one of them. You bought the other one.
Excited about that.
What's up, dude?
And then she died, and then y'all
Yes, I
found
did.
her in a body bag.
Our guns.
I wanted my gambling
Okay.
for this to
Our guns. Now,
They have
it's
to
a nice
end up.
adventure. Sorry about the sidetrack.
You're good.
Apologize.
Lola, you're good?
Yeah.
Okay. Thomas.
I would like to carouse nefariously.
Sure. Sure.
I want to be entering a 10-day downward spiral. First of all,
Okay.
ever since the loss of my best friend to demon death, I guess, in sewers. Honestly, it's the only way she could go, bless her heart.
Below the sewers, London below.
Yes.
It is a technical place in
Ugh.
this, for our steampunk world.
Yeah, even worse.
Even worse.
You're below the shit. Yeah.
you.
If I could carouse, however you want to gauge this, specifically people like religious figures, vicars. Is that the term? Vicars is the thing for them?
That is
I
a
don't know.
term, yes.
In the
Vicars,
Anglican
priests,
Church,
etc. Like trying to find out where they hang out and maybe like people of influence.
Hang out.
See if I can't. You know how these people are. It's all very eyes wide shut. They're all doing weird sex orgies, like the Da Vinci
Okay.
Code.
I'm
trying to do
I
a
will
Da
say
Vinci
that
Code.
is either going to be middle class or upper class.
Been to temple.
If you're trying to get into get to the higher ups of the
Sure.
Anglican churches, of the Church of England, of the Episcopal Church, those just different religious figures,
Mhm.
Bishops and things like that. That Westminster's not built yet, but
Yeah.
they're breaking ground on it. So
Yeah.
good to know that. But you're talking about people that would
Yeah.
of not the guy giving
Yeah.
service on Sunday. Probably
Yeah.
is what you're asking
Mm-hmm.
for. So I'm gonna say you're probably in the upper class.
Upper class range.
Yeah.
How much did that cost me?
It's $250, but I will say because it is a bit of a mixed bag,
Mm-hmm.
I'll do $150 for it.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll do that.
because it's a weird
Yeah.
it's weird stratosphere. You're not you're not really hanging out with lords, but some of these people might be. What is the term for them?
Corrupt?
Like the archbishop, so they service the Lord, so they have to be in their same
Right.
sphere of influence.
There is that. But there are also in the House of Lords 12 religious figures can hold a seat. They're Lord. I was researching it. I don't remember.
Chat, what is he thinking of? Let us know.
We'll find it. But yeah.
Okay.
So you're looking for a persuasion check.
Yeah. Great.
Are you trying to corrupt them?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm trying to find out if they're corrupt. I'm carousing nefarious. I'm spying.
Gotcha.
You know, like a crime.
When you say carouse nefariously, I'm like, what are you doing?
I'm doing my job.
That makes sense.
Delicious. Nah, fuck it. 9. Listen, I roll under 10. That's what I roll.
Except for last week.
You hang out, but they are just not in. You're on a downward spiral.
Yeah.
And they do not really want to hang out or spend time with
A
you.
lost cause.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Most of them, the best you get is them offering for you to oh, you should come in on Sunday.
I will keep you in my prayers.
Yeah. Wait, have you tried confession? You know,
You're the Lord's spiritual.
there's a great place upstate where some of us go to just sort of enjoy the countryside. That's as much. Yeah.
Detox. No.
That's as much as you got.
Got it. Yeah, it's fine.
All right.
Well,
Verity.
Okay, so I would like to take one afternoon to commission a dress.
Okay.
Because I was not around when everyone else did.
Oh, you missed the shopping day.
I know. I'm very upset.
Yeah.
I didn't go. Don't look at me.
But I would like to commission a dress that's the same type of armor as my coat. I believe it's synthetic weave.
Okay.
Just because I can't wear my coat everywhere and I don't have a very high AC. And I need that I need that bonus to my AC.
Yeah. Yeah.
I die.
Let me find you.
Think about AC.
I just die a lot, guys.
It's okay that you missed the shopping day. The commission that I did is absolutely still sitting in there.
So for
Cool, the same size.
for a
Do it. Please do.
I'm in the market for a new Daisy.
She didn't believe her wife.
Hold on, he's my husband, okay?
Right? You guys are married.
for a,
I gave the
As far as I'm aware, you're dead.
for a synthetic weave dress,
Can't believe you hurt me like this.
it is 120 pounds.
Okay.
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 Any other specifics on it?
I would like it to be long sleeved.
Okay.
And I didn't decide on a color, guys.
Burgundy.
It's okay. No matter what you pick, it's gonna get ripped up in a couple of games
you're right.
anyway.
Something that I should know. That's good. Should I get like a wine purple?
Yeah.
There you go.
Absolutely.
Hide the blood
Like a
stains.
deep, yes,
Yeah.
like wine purple,
Yeah.
with like some black buttons and like lace because I want to be able
Of course.
to wear my gloves with it.
Absolutely.
So yeah, so it's 120. Cool.
Good. Be ready for you in
Mine with my removal things was like 10 days, but
yeah, I rolled for
Oh, can I get hidden pockets?
you can.
Cool.
Yeah. In pockets and no extra trouble.
Because I have a crap ton of pockets on my
coat.
Yeah,
You guys have
9
so
days.
much random
It has
stuff.
pockets.
9 days?
9 days.
Cool. Does that mean I can pick it up on the morning before I go?
Before
Does
you...
he know that I know Effie when he mentioned that he has this other dress?
Have you been in there together?
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Then yes.
Yeah.
Then yeah, but he
Did you
won't
pay for it? I'll
he
pick it
won't
up.
I did
offer
pay
for
for
you
it.
to
Oh,
pick
okay.
it up because
All right.
that is
She hasn't been there in a while.
but
Okay.
it is hers.
And then for the rest of the week, I would like to see if I can make a contact within London.
Okay.
Someone who deals with the occult. Someone
Okay.
who is well known for dealing with the occult.
Make
I
a.
know a lot of weird people already. So I
Yeah.
figure...
We'll do a carousing check. We'll do your choice, lower or middle class.
what's the price difference?
10 or 50 pounds.
I'm trying to figure out where I would have a better shot.
What does John Constantine cost?
What
10.
does John?
10.
It's
Just
probably
10.
a 10.
Definitely
Yeah, I'm gonna look
10.
for lower
Dollars?
class. I feel like I
Pounds?
have
10.
I feel like I have a better shot of
Drinks?
finding
Goats?
someone.
Cigarettes?
so yeah, so lower
He's not a
class.
shepherd.
10. 10
Wait,
shepherds.
is there a shepherd available? Like a shepherd?
I mean, if you want to get technical,
So
a
far
priest
off the
could be
rails.
considered a shepherd.
That's how I imagine
Oh my
Vibes
God.
I
Island
would like to meet Jesus, please. If I can just find him.
He'll help us.
He's hiding behind the couch. It's fine.
Jesus Christ, paranormal investigator.
Oh my God.
I believe that it is Jesus Christ, a vampire hunter.
It is
That's
very
a
much.
movie.
You're
That's a
right.
movie. Oh, it's we'll talk.
Cody, these are the rails, and look how we're not on them anymore.
If I can find Jesus or Abraham Lincoln, either of those would be good.
Tell me to hide.
Lincoln's dead.
Link.
Oh man, is he though? He's a vampire hunter.
Make a persuasion check.
Are we trying to persuade Abraham Lincoln to come back from the dead?
Yeah. Or Abraham.
Just out of hiding.
No,
Father
that is
Abraham?
another
Yeah.
one.
Oh.
I don't want to spend 10 pounds on that.
Abraham
Yeah.
Lincoln is super dead.
Man.
Don't talk about real Abraham.
Yeah.
Sorry guys,
Oh,
Abraham
that
Lincoln's
one.
You
back.
Well, Abraham Lincoln was a real.
over the course of your attempting to find someone in the paranormal, you come across another band of you're a circus person.
Yeah.
You're used to traveling, and you've taken the circus to the continent before. So you have a little bit of understanding and interactions with the Romna show.
I
Otherwise,
know one.
yes.
Actually, that's the language I'm working on right now.
Yes, otherwise known as gypsies.
Yeah.
But that's
So
a slur.
yes.
Yes.
Romani.
But actually, in 1888,
In 1888,
Yeah.
it wasn't a slur, but now
So,
it is a
now
slur.
it
It's
is.
what the word our characters would have been using, but
Romani.
Yeah, Romani. So you attempt to speak with them. You somehow offend them as you imply that they are
I only have like 2 weeks
occultists
of Roman.
that
You're the new Claude Frollo. They hate you that much.
yeah that
All right, you know what?
They just called him Esmeralda.
so yeah. So you offend them by
Okay.
implying that they would know some occult or something of demonic possession and things like that. You actually draw the ire of one of the
Cool.
matriarchs of them. You have made a hostile contact,
Cool.
and she has cursed your circus.
Oh,
Awesome.
no! We haven't seen it yet. I know, and now we
It's
never
fine.
will.
We'll take care of it.
That's it.
It's not like the circus hasn't been cursed before. Come on.
This ain't my first circus curse.
You haven't met the people that live there. It's not like the circus hasn't
I
been
thought that was
cursed
the
before.
default state of a circus.
That's fair.
Right? Like, when was the last time someone was like, come to the circus, it's not cursed?
I feel
You're
like
going for the curse.
Yeah, I feel like
because
it's
they're always
wrong.
like, they're always like, it's haunted by the ghost of the original owner who died yesterday.
especially in Victorian times, goes for a hot ticket.
Yeah, that's true.
It wasn't a circus until yesterday. Yesterday we were just a bunch of wagons driving around. The owner died. Now we're like, ooh, circus. Put it in a trapeze. Let's start flying around.
Do you have any talents? I can swallow real good.
Oh God!
Wow, Sean.
Oh.
I know.
On that note, I would
And
like
still, wow.
everyone except for Effie to excuse us from the table, please.
But she said she had decided if she wanted us to leave.
Oh, Cody decided.
I
I'm no longer
But-
her
but-
decision.
Cody decided for her.
God decided.
Here you go again.
We were all trying to find him. Here he is.
Yes.
Love you.
Love you too. Wait, where were you alone last time?
May you go,
When I was in the trunk of the car.
Good.
Oh,
I don't
that's
know.
right.
I don't know what Gentiles say. I'm sorry.
Would
And also with
somebody
you.
be so kind as to get me a glass of tea?
Yes.
Can I have some water too?
too when you come back? Thanks.
Thank you.
I'll have fun storming the catacombs.
Give them just a moment.
Uh-huh. Here we are again.
Here we are. Again on our own.
Oh, it's terrifying every time. I hope you know.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's not your fault.
Roll a wisdom save for me.
Okay.
8. Good. You... Okay. Roll 2d12.
Ugh. I don't like that one bit. A 12 and a 3.
Okay. You originally rolled an 8. Good. You are asleep on a soft bed. You are deep in your sleep. As you begin to stir, the sheets are silken smooth. It is tremendously plush and soft bed. The number of pillows that surround you are more than you've ever probably seen. It is as though you're floating on a cloud, completely blissful. And you lay there groggily, a little bit of wind howling on the outer window. Even in the night of London, where it would normally be cold, you're warm and comfortable. The heavy blanket pulled up around your neck, and part of you has this weird hot flash.
I'm so sorry, Cody. Can you give me like 4 seconds?
Yes.
I'm so sorry.
You're okay. So, here I am again on my own, going down the only road I've ever known. I can only do interpretive dance for so long, but hope you guys are enjoying the show. If you have any questions, write them in the chat for me now, and I will try to answer them. I feel bad because I know what that feels like. I have felt that terrible sinking stomach feeling. But I think you guys are going to enjoy what happens next. Because it's murder. That's all I got. Have we...
Favorite kind of sandwich?
Favorite kind of sandwich? I love sandwiches. First of all, I will eat them all the time. I enjoy a good roast beef sandwich. If you have never tried this, my mom invented this type of sandwich. What you do is you get a hoagie, okay? Slice it up. You get butter case cheese. Butterkas with the 2 dots over it. Butter case. And then a Granny Smith apple. You slice up the apple, you put the cheese on the outside, the apple in the middle. That sandwich will change your life. If you think that's not a sandwich, I defy you to try it and not enjoy it, because you absolutely will. Absolutely will.
Favorite race from any system?
Favorite race from any system. I like Dragonborn. I think that they fulfill a fantasy that I had in 3.5, where I was like, I want to be a half dragon, but I don't actually want to be a half dragon. I want to be a bipedal dragon man that maybe grows wings later on. So, and breathes fire or acid or electricity, because those are odd things.
I'm so sorry.
You're okay.
Hey kids, don't only drink Powerade for lunch.
No. Can we get her like bread or crackers?
I've eaten.
Okay.
I had. It was so hot at work that I didn't feel like I could eat anything, so I just had Powerade.
Oh no.
And then I ate right when I got here.
Oh no.
And I'm good now. I'm good now.
As long as you're good.
Yeah, I'm good.
That's the most important thing.
I'm good now. Sorry, guys.
So this sinking feeling hits your stomach, clearly.
Oh God.
And then you sort of begin to kind of claw your way out of the blankets that have almost swaddled you. You're deep in there, and you start sort of pushing them back and open. You open your eyes, and they're groggy, but they're not out of focus. It's not as though you've just woken up. You're actually fairly alert for having just been in such a deep sleep. And as you peel the blankets back, you reach over. Do you have dark vision?
I do.
Good.
I know.
As you reach over and you're starting to peel these blankets off of you, and you sit up, your hand first touches the wet spot that is soaking into the bed. It is warm and thick. And as you look over, you see an younger gentleman, well dressed in his night attire, who has had his sternum to gullet just sort of pried open, and his heart dug out from what you can see. And as you look, you realize more than where you just touched, the up to your elbows, you are covered in blood.
I expected as much.
Relatively damp, not drying, a little tacky, but not completely dry. On the floor, you see a marvelous ball gown. Well made, a number of other attires. There's a armoire that holds additional clothes. There is also on the bed, and you can see from over the head of the bed, there was a great portrait of some kind. Looks like it's been torn down, smashed over the corpse. Make a medicine check for me.
Okay. Natural 1.
There's glass and
I can't speak. Thanks.
You're okay.
Just the water was good. Thank you.
Well, anyway, bread's good for everybody. Don't be selfish. The portrait, broken off of the wall, seems to be of a figure that is dead. Looks like some sort of official painting or portrait. You've seen similar in high class places, especially when they are for lords or ladies, members with a title. Over the bed. Make a perception check for me.
16.
Okay. The armoire is open. The basin next to the bed is filled with fresh, clean water. Around the doors, you already see a bed sheet that has been tied tightly and tied to the bedpost, so that it can neither be pushed nor pulled. It's sort of a big, broad, double sort of French doors.
They're like around the handles.
Yeah,
okay,
they're around the handles, and then from there to the bedpost. You can see over the head of the bed a safe implanted in the wall, large and broad. Papers, plans, wealth, jewels, money spilling out of it. You listen for a moment. There's no sounds but the wind. And then you think you hear a footstep. But it's quiet. What would you like to do?
Am I dressed in any way?
No.
No. Okay, and are the clothes that are in, like, the armoire, are they, like, men's clothes, as far as I can see?
A mix.
Okay.
A mix of men's and women's clothes. Far more men's clothes, and from what you can tell of the women's clothes, they are newly bought.
Okay.
They are, at best guess, days old.
Okay.
Variety of wigs, prepared as well. Makeup in front of a vanity that you can see. What else?
Wait, a selection of shoes and boots, perhaps?
Absolutely.
Oh, man.
There is, it looks like it's mostly, make an investigation check.
13.
13. It is a large armoire. With a 13, you can see the variety of ball gowns. It looks like there was a ball gown that you were wearing. There were 2 additional ball gowns. There is a... you almost miss it, because there's a matching set of riding gear, like for fox hunting.
Yeah.
Both of them in masculine style. One tailored for a man, one tailored for you.
Okay.
There is also the cheeky steampunk girl standard attire.
It's the things that Lola likes to wear.
Yeah, it is absolutely the things that Lola likes to wear.
Good.
And even with the briefest of investigations, you can tell that this was more worn as a fetish than as a actual practical attire.
10-4, she's familiar.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, I know. I know.
That's all anyone has to say about it.
Yeah, that's why I'm giving you the information on a 13 instead of
Thank you.
somebody else, but I might be like, oh yeah, it looks practical.
Is there a window in here?
There is a window. There is actually a series of 3 windows. This room is very big.
Okay.
This is master bedroom of a manor size.
Cool. Can I kind of try and see how high, like what floor I'm on?
Yeah. You look down, you are on the 4th floor.
Great. That's my favorite. God damn it. Cool. I am going to start putting on, like, the riding gear.
Okay.
That strikes me as the most practical.
Okay.
And then if I look down, like, is it just a window? Does it open out into a balcony? Is it straight down? Does it look like there's like a trellis or something I can shimmy down?
There on the windowsill. There's a little bit there, and then it is thick old brick.
Okay.
So you might get some finger holds. It'll be difficult. But it is not like a smooth surface. Right. As you put on the riding gear, make a roll a d20 for me.
Okay. 8.
Okay.
God, you are rolling like shit tonight, aren't you?
You dig through, you put the clothes on, very quickly, not really stopping to inspect the pockets or anything along those lines. You get the left boot on, and it's high riding boots. You're stuffing the pant leg in there and all that sort of jazz. You get the right boot. You go to slide your foot in, and your toe stops by something wadded up in the toe of the boot. Okay, it's wedged in there. Yeah, you like dig your arm up in there, and you sort of grab it, and it seems to be just these wads of like paper, and they are wrapped around something very hard and dense. And you pull it out, and you begin unwrapping the paper. Out of the paper comes tumbling a gem, a diamond about that big, heavy, raw, uncut, but still very pristine, very luminescent, and it sort of clunks onto the ground. And you look at the paper quite quickly, and it looks like a series of newspaper articles highlighting socialite pieces, highlighting your time with the Marquise of Camden, de Camden. Scrawled in familiar handwriting is a note that says, "Hope you've had a good time. I know I did. Don't forget the money. See you soon."
Great. I have no idea what's going on. That wasn't me when they explained I was possessed.
No.
I don't know what's happening. This is excellent.
You have no idea.
Right, so...
So you were at tea. You woke up in a bloody bed. A gentleman whose ribcage has been torn open. And whose heart is missing.
Yep.
Safe is open.
She's in shock right now. It's fine.
Yep.
It's like, okay, we're gonna get dressed. We're gonna go.
So you begin to get dressed.
Yeah.
Do you take anything from the safe?
I mean, yeah.
Okay. Are you just gonna grab it random, or are you gonna take the time to?
I'll take like a minute. I'm not gonna get like too like. I'm not gonna read everything.
Great. Make an investigation check for me. Do it at disadvantage since you're rushing. Okay. Tell me what both are. They'll mean different
Ooh, they're both terrible.
They're both terrible.
They're both not very good. I mean, like, my investigation is good, but, like, I did not roll well. Okay. I got a 5 and a 4, and my investigation's +7.
Okay, so 11 and 12. You gonna hustle with any of that?
Huh?
It's up to you. You can save it. You still have to get out.
Yeah, I'll hang on to it.
Great. So you grab papers. Looks like there's a number of deeds, of like legal forms. Those you stop digging through. You just sort of grab a chunk of them and stuff them in your jacket. Yeah. When you go to stuff them in your jacket, you can see the pockets of the jacket are already filled with banknotes, with pounds.
Okay.
You reach your hand in there one more time, because that was what was up front. So you just sort of grab that. You're like, shit, okay. And then you reach your hand in there one more time to the back. You grab a what you initially think is a cross, and you can feel it's heavily lined with gold and things. And as you pull it out, you recognize it as being something Egyptian. That's as far as you get. And you look at this, and you look at the scene that you're like, oh, that's weird shit. I might as well take it.
Okay.
Cool. That's what you got.
Cool. When I looked out the window, did I see any kind of like gate, or is it just like
grounds? You do not see a gate. You do see a wall, about 100 feet. Looks like it's well manicured lawns and gardens. As you go to open the window. Make a perception check for me.
I'm scared of all my dice. Oh, that's so much better. Thank you. 24.
24. You do see the light of a night guard.
Okay.
With a old basset hound that sort of walks the grounds at night slowly, more out of habit than any real attempt at guardianship. You do also hear a bit of stirring of servants throughout the front entrance, like in the hallways. Which way would you like to go?
I'm gonna wait until the watchman gets, like, around.
Okay. Make a perception check.
Oh, that's terrible. I'll make it better. It's fine. Not even like making it better is gonna make it better. It's a 9.
It's a 9. Okay. You're watching the watchman.
Yeah.
And his light makes him fairly easy to see.
Yeah.
Even with the wind and rain. What you don't hear is the servant coming up to the door. Whose light, once the watchman sort of rounds the corner, you expect it to be dark again.
Yeah.
You it's not until then that you see the light sort of peering under the heavy door. What would you like to do?
The window.
Okay. Make a stealth check.
Yeah. I figured as much. I keep flipping way too far back in this. The shock is wearing off.
The shock is wearing off. As you begin to walk back, you stumble on the boots you put on hastily, your feet not quite ready, the heels made for riding, less for walking. Yeah. And you sort of face plant into the front of the bed. And it creaks the wood of the boards beneath the bed and the bed frame itself jostling, sort of give it this. And you hear from outside the door, "My lord, are you all right?"
God, this is such an effy thing to do. I'm gonna start pushing on the bed to make it creak. I'm gonna say, "Come back later."
Make a performance check.
I'm scared. Natural 20. You fucking would. That is what you give me that on, isn't it? God, this always works out in the most effy way possible.
Oh my lord. Of course. So sorry. Should I have water or wine? Anyway, never mind. All right. I'll just. Excuse me. Yeah. You listen as the footsteps go hurriedly away. They sort of stop a couple of times to be like, maybe no, that like it. Yeah, they go away. They're very uncomfortable and yet trying to be good servants. But they're like, no, it's okay. It's weird. Yeah.
Yeah, it is weird. You're right, buddy. It's weird for different reasons, but it's definitely weird. Cool.
Okay.
Well then.
Okay.
Are there any robes?
Yes.
Okay,
There are a couple of dressing gowns.
cool. What I'm going to attempt to do is ditch, like, the riding jacket.
Okay.
I'll take things out of the pockets and stick it, like, elsewhere.
Okay.
And if there are any, perhaps, longer robes,
Sure.
I'm gonna attempt to put it on over just, like, the shirt and pants.
The Lord's jacket, it's like a smoking jacket,
Yeah.
smoking robe. That one is longer. Looks like you were purchased a coquettish.
Yeah, that's fair. I'll take his.
Great. Yeah. Done.
Cool. And I'm gonna wait.
Okay.
Just a few minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to... Does it look like this door locks from the inside to the outside? I know it's, like, tied shut, but...
There is a lock.
Uh-huh.
Looking through the keyhole,
Mhm.
you can see that it can be unlocked from either side.
Okay. Cool.
I think you suspect that is why somebody took the time to bedsheet it.
10-4. Does it look like there's a key, like, in the room?
Make an investigation check if you want to find the key.
I would like to. It was almost so good, and then it wasn't. 10.
10. If you search for 20 minutes, you'll find it.
That's fine. That's long enough.
Great.
That's a reasonable amount of time for me to feel like it's reasonable for me to leave the room.
Okay. Yeah, you search for about.
Servants gossip.
You start to peel through everything.
Mhm.
You search for about 20 minutes. Eventually, you just start digging back through like your pockets and through the clothes, and you find a number of other notes that apparently you wrote to yourself. The writing gear one, when you go back through and you look at it, it's like very practical. I'm proud of you. And when you start looking through like the nightgowns, the one that you had just on says same thing 2 days in a row. I'm disappointed.
It's judgmental, bitch.
Yeah.
Ooh, hater.
Yeah, when you get to the other nightgowns, you're like, this isn't really your color. Oh, I liked this one most of all, but the hem's a little long. And the last one was, I don't think you'll get those stains out. As she judges you, through your clothing choices. You do eventually find it in his clothes. Not the ones that are on the floor, unfortunately, some of the older things. And around the key, there is a note that you have left for yourself that says, before you go, read the will.
Can I look for the will? I'm assuming it's probably in the safe, as that is where you would keep such things.
If you want to keep searching, make another investigation.
Sure.
check.
I don't know this is a demon. 19.
19. You go back to the safe. You begin searching through it. You realize you probably grabbed it in the pack of deeds. And you it's in your pants. So you start digging that stuff out. And you're reading through these things. Reading through them. You find in there a marriage certificate, and a updated will for 3 days ago that names you the Duchess of Camden and the sole inheritor of the estate.
Like me, Effie Crook.
Well, your name's not Crook anymore.
Fuck!
Technically, it lists Ophelia.
Okay.
Effie is too provincial, it seems.
Oh, good. At least Demon Me didn't tell them my real awful first name. Thank God. Ophelia's much better.
It is spelled the way Isolt would spell it.
God damn it. So there's 2 F's and also a P in it.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Sure. We'll call it French. Yeah. EFPF. ILIIAL.
With a silent X.
Yeah, with a silent X and a Q for cheating at Scrabble. Yeah.
Perfect.
There you go.
Outstanding. It's good.
Tied up in those,
Mm-hmm.
you see a lovely little note
Mm-hmm.
that seems to be from the now deceased Marquis,
Mhm.
who is professing his undying love and devotion, and at the bottom of it, there's a little footnote about that he's written to you, that he never believed in himself, but he believes in you. And then in your handwriting, I believe in me too.
This bitch. God, what a royal cunt. All right then. Well, with all of that, we're gonna switch gears a little bit.
Okay.
We're just gonna switch gears.
Switching gears.
Switch gears.
Okay. Now what are you doing?
What she would now like to do? It's like the middle of the night, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Cool. So like a clock.
There is no clock.
God damn it.
Make a nature check to see if you can figure out what time it is.
Sure.
It is dark.
I mean, like I can see, but
you can see. I'm saying, can you look at the
11?
11. It's past midnight. It's before dawn. That's as far as
cool.
you got.
What I would then like to do is I'm going to put the jacket back where I found it.
Okay.
I'm gonna stuff as much back into the safe as I can.
Okay.
And I'm gonna close it.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna look at me.
Okay.
Make sure I'm kind of cleaned up.
Just have you cleaned your hands?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I would like to attempt. I'm gonna wait a second on that. Actually, I would like to within the room attempt to stage a murder that I did not commit.
Okay.
Perhaps an assailant that came through the window. I'll open the window later.
Okay. Make.
Like some drippy drips on the way out. You know.
I got you. Make a.
I'm so scared of all my dice.
Make a history check.
Okay.
You have been around crimes before.
I have.
You have cop friends. You know how they are investigated and what sort of scene to try to make. That's what we're going to determine here.
Okay. I'm so scared of this. I'll make it a 15.
Great. Takes you a little while.
Yeah,
about 45 minutes of work and planning, and you sort of set the scene of this assailant coming in through the window, his boots leaving trails of water over to the bed, and you use broken glass and you dig it into the corpse to show where it happened. And you, what I will need you to do, make a athletics check as you attempt to bruise yourself.
What I was planning on doing
was
taking a shard of glass and slicing open my collarbone.
Great.
Like he tried for me.
Great. Yeah. Athletics.
Okay.
See how well it goes.
Okay. Athletics is just not my jam.
Or what? I'll take just a dexterity attack then.
That's better.
That's fine.
That's better for me.
That's fine.
Just dexterity?
Yeah, you're not really proficient with glass. Or a medicine check. I'm trying to think of things that you might use.
Dex is the best one.
Great.
I will. Let's see. I'll also make that a 15.
You get yourself cut. You slam your head a couple of times, so it looks like you've got some other bruises and defensive wounds on you.
Yeah.
You do the trail from the entry back to the exit. You put some defensive wounds on the corpse.
Yeah.
So it doesn't look like they knew their assailant. You feel pretty good about it all.
Okay, cool. And I would like to untie sheet hell.
And make a performance.
Yeah, I'd like to untie sheet hell, hide it, and then make a performance check to get. I'll get like my night clothes back on, and like get in bed, scream.
Make a performance check.
Oh God, I'm so scared of my dice. They're treating me so bad tonight. They're usually so much better than this. Thank you. Jesus. 27.
27.
No, wait. I haven't done... I'm not in combat, right?
No.
29.
29. Yeah.
I have an extra +2 if I haven't made like an attack roll in combat.
No, you are not in combat. You absolutely are not.
I'm the opposite of in combat.
Yeah, this is the opposite. The entire house awakens with a furious flutter. You realize that the Marquise has a sister not too keen on you, who is in hysterics. The parents are dead. The rest of the servants,
the waterworks are on.
Oh yeah, and you at one point you can see his sister almost feels shamed, right? like out grieved, right? It's that moment where the widows are at the funeral and one throws herself on the casket.
Yeah.
And the other one's like, no, I have to do it better, right? So
get away from him.
Yeah. And so the entire house is completely convinced. Even the sister, let's see. The sister hates you, but she's not sure that she thinks just you get the feeling that she yells and screams at you. More the attention that you brought to him is what invited this in, but you don't believe she suspects that you personally dug his heart out of his chest.
Outstanding. I don't think I did that either.
Great. The bobbies are called.
Cool.
Detectives come in.
Cool.
I need you to make a insight check.
Okay. 17.
17. That is a success. I need you to make a deception check.
It's not a natural one. As long as it's not a natural one, I'm fine. Okay. We're good. We can work with this. 22?
23. Oh, 22. No, 22.
22.
17 plus 5.
Right, unless...
22.
22.
Okay. Call I want to draw.
Okay.
And a performance check.
Okay. 29.
That is a success. You were able to convince the police that you had nothing to do with the murder. You sell the story of a unknown assailant in the night attempting to rob. They talk about the oddities of the heart being missing.
Yeah.
And you sell them that you were knocked out, that you were unconscious for the fight, and that he had come to your defense. The brutality of the murder makes it into the newspapers, especially given your most recent whirlwind relationship and unknown to the public shotgun wedding. In another, roll me 2d6.
4 and a 3.
4 and a 3. Over the course of a week, you are watched very carefully. The police do their best to keep the matter quiet. There's very little that they can do. The service is planned. You, of course, have to attend.
Yeah.
What to do with the Marquise's sister, Isafina, is a matter that you need to make a decision on.
Okay.
Are you going to allow her to stay in the house? Are you going to, buy her a house in the country, send her away to relatives, try to marry her off?
I will. I have inherited an immense amount of money. I'm assuming.
You have much of it is tied up in businesses.
Yeah.
So it is not terribly accessible. But you can't you have inherited this estate.
Yes.
You have inherited the wealth that goes with it. The rest that goes with the title, you did not inherit.
Okay. Cool. What I would like to attempt to arrange for her.
Yes.
As a token of goodwill.
Mm-hmm.
In acknowledgement of how.
One of the things you learn is that that's not how you talk.
I'm sorry. I'd like to try something posher, please. Right? Token of goodwill.
Oh.
Right.
It comes out very quickly.
Right.
Like that you discover that like the night of and
I hit my head.
Yeah. And
right.
like the sister, always knew you were gutter trash and was knew it was all just airs, but for everybody else it's like whatever, man. Jeez. Dude just had his heart dug out. Like there are bigger things going on than your accent right now.
I would like to. I will find her somewhere nice in the country.
Okay.
And provide for her some form of dowry, something, so that should she choose to marry, she may do that. And I would like to make it very clear that this is a gesture of goodwill despite the way that I have been treated.
Make a persuasion check.
Okay. Just not, as long as it's not a natural one, I'm fine. Fine. 24.
Okay. She goes bitterly, but she does go.
Good. The shock has returned at some point in here.
Yeah.
There's so much happening.
Yeah.
Oh god, there's so much happening.
So, you make arrangements for her.
Yes.
We'll say by the end of 10 days, you have alleviated yourself of her.
Okay.
So that puts you at May 16th.
May 16th.
During this time period, you make no effort to contact your friends, as that would draw intense suspicion onto you.
Yep. Kicking herself every day about it.
I need you to make a wisdom save.
Okay. God, I'm gonna push this campaign forward 8 months, guys. I can't roll wisdom for shit. Natural 20.
After the funeral, when you're removing the blacks, and you're at the vanity in the room where the deed was done, you are cleaning your face, and through the vanity you can see the reflection of the bed. And there you see sitting on the bed a winged demoness who looks just like you.
Fuck!
And who just sort of gives you a smile and a wink. And when you turn to look for her, it's gone.
Fuck. This bitch.
And when you look back at the mirror, in lipstick is written, "Well done. See you soon."
Oh, this bitch. Oh, this is the real this bitch.
We will pick up the evening of the 16th.
Okay.
You have made arrangements for your footman and lady in waiting to allow you to have some time in the city. Although
I need to go. I've been cooped up for too long and I need to go.
you are hounded by journalists, as you have become quite the sensation of London.
Fuck. So I'm so glad I have all of these disguises.
Make a disguise check.
Yeah. Please. Do you want Dex or Charisma?
Charisma.
Okay. Awesome. That's better for me. 22.
Okay. Now make a stealth check. With advantage.
Okay.
And you're...
I'm hiding pretty good.
You are hiding pretty good.
Mod 20. No, 21.
21.
21.
Okay. Okay. With that, let's bring in the rest of the team. Please.
So much has happened. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, we'll do something quick and then we'll jump into break.
This is not where I saw this evening going, and it is where it is.
I'm excited to find out where it is.
Oh, so much happened.
That's exciting. I assumed as much. This, sir, is for you.
Thank you.
Tea.
I appreciate it.
Allison's giving you something.
Oh, she got me some water.
Oh, nix the water.
I got the water because
We also have Nan.
you're so helpful.
Good, so much happened.
Okay.
You'll find out.
That was a Sam asking Courtney what happened.
So
Next
much.
time on Dragon Balls.
I mean, that's why we just came up with
He's one of my, like, whoever that guy is.
Yeah.
I love that guy.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
He has
The
like,
in voice, the out voice.
the narrator for Dragon Ball Z, like, is ingrained into my memory. Go.
But ask us about it on the
Yeah.
Last time on Dragon Ball Z.
Your new creative inventor?
Yeah.
Goku
Don't take
became
anything
a
on that.
Super Saiyan.
No, yeah,
Someone
no,
could
yeah.
steal our idea.
I know, people will steal that idea.
Yeah.
You guys
Great idea.
make all of you that were not in this room make an investigation check.
Okay. 16.
2.
2,
5.
5,
Wait, no.
3.
Yeah.
Or natural 20.
18.
Okay. The three of you
Mm-hmm.
on the what did I leave you on? The 6th?
The 5th.
The 5th. On the 6th of May, you find stories reported of the vicious murder of the Marquise of Camden.
Oh, no.
An actual title I've learned.
Mm.
The odd account of what happened to him, his heart dug out of his chest in what appears to be a ritual murder. His new bride spared the vicious assaults as it was a robbery gone wrong, many suppose. Tabloids spin tales of a Black Widow bride who killed her new lover in the night, until Scotland Yard reports that she has been completely acquitted. The murderer found not 2 days later. Services have been prepared. The sister shipped off to the country, and after 10 days,
The 16th, I think.
yes, the 16th, you all have been following the torrid and extremely public whirlwind event that surrounds the new Duchess of Camden, one Ophelia.
You didn't give me a last
Camden.
name.
The Camden now. I thought you, yeah. I'll get it for you. Here we go.
Thanks.
You do have a new last name, don't
Oh,
you?
fuck! do?
It wasn't me. It was that bitch.
You used your gun?
No, not that bitch. The real that bitch.
I'm sorry, there was
I
only
would
one
say
that bitch.
Pratt.
Pratt?
Pratt, yeah, from first to present,
That's
it's a
fair.
Pratt.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Oh well, now the Marquise is just Chris Pratt.
Oh
Yeah.
no!
You-
You killed Chris
you
Pratt.
murdered-
It wasn't me.
We can bring him back to life.
No,
Vampire Chris Pratt.
No, it's fine. It's better this way. I'm not there. Sorry.
Vampire Chris Pratt.
You
Chris
receive
Pratt, Vampire Hunter.
you receive word from Arthur that you've been requested to meet someone at the 4 R's on the evening of the 16th. You all gather up, and on your way there, you perhaps don't. You can meet at Vauxhall if you want to gather your things, but you're arriving sort of independently, so we don't need to do the initial meeting scene. But on your way there, make perception checks for me.
And this is on the 16th?
The evening of the 16th.
Okay, so 10 days
natural 20.
after.
Natural 20.
Yeah, modified
Thank you.
20.
Finally.
I'm modified
22.
22.
16.
16. 15 and above. You guys find that the 4 R's is being staked out, or at least the street above it, not the underground portion. It looks as though they have followed someone, at least to the area, by a variety of journalists, of news people researching stories, tabloids, as it were. To enter the 4 R's without drawing their attention or having them follow you in, I need you all to make stealth checks. Did anyone roll below a 15? Great.
Unnatural 20.
16.
Well, I ain't never been a quiet person.
I got a 14.
Yeah, that's what I thought. 9.
9.
Come on, guys. I think get it
Hobo
together.
Cop strikes.
Okay. You guys make it down into the 4 R's. Are any of you arriving together? Oh, I know you guys now have a week of downtime. We are going to do those after the break.
Gotcha.
Because I didn't want to spring it on you and be like, you got a week. What do you want to do?
Gotcha.
So,
Yeah.
we'll take our break in just a moment. And then when we do think about that, we'll do that real quick. We'll come back. The 4 R's, for those of you that perhaps have never been here, is beneath a defunct tube station is a railway that has been collapsed in. But before you get there around one of the bends is this mechanical, undulating, rotating clockwork series of R's that sort of open and unfold and spread back and recollapse in on each other. Each of them a different color of brass or tin, silver or gold, and thus the name 4 R's. At the gateway, you show your invitations, you give your passwords, and the doors opened to you into a undulating mass of industrial music and high violins, drums, and tempos. Very French go-go dancers on tables and stages as artistry and circus performance, all of it sort of mashes together. The smell of smoke and grease and perfume hits your nostrils. Every sense is assaulted. The company on the lower sort of pit, you come in, you're on a level, there is a slight raised stage along the outsides where booths are for private performances. Down, there is a circular bar that is 360 degrees. The bartenders rotating on a platform that slowly spins, serving a variety of different people. Many of the mechanicals that are here, covered in grease, wearing cogs or brass, these are the underground inventors, the bohemians of the London Underground. As you make your way in, some of you having lesser memories of this location, perhaps...
Hey, he wrote the exact same thing to me. Don't stare at me that hard.
No, you got
Last time you were made.
Oh, that
You're a
one.
cop.
Oh, okay, that place.
You are
I'm
reminded
thinking
that
of-
this is a place filled with a criminal element, but one that is vibrant, lively, and very, very interesting. As you guys scan the area, we'll take perception checks from you.
Delicious.
17.
17.
14.
14.
Slowly over the course of the night, Effie watches your friends enter the establishment. You've taken up a seat at one of the rotating bars. None of them recognize you, as your disguise has been done very well.
I'm also wearing a wig.
Yeah, yes, I'm assuming there's many parts.
Yes.
As far as I knew, you had like a false chin and a nose and like a weird eye.
Not quite that far, but you know, she's still cute.
She's Cyrano de Bergerac?
Apparently, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Whatever she wants to be. With was it 22 on your disguise?
It was possibly more than that.
It was-
22, 24.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Oh, so
Yeah.
she rolled a 3?
Yeah. Pretty
You're
much.
not wrong.
What would you like to do?
When are you getting there, buddy?
I kind of come in, I would say, who is the earliest among you? I would imagine.
Not wrong.
Okay.
Yeah. I would probably show up.
First person shows up at 9, so you show up at 9. You were requested at 9:30, let's say, so you show up a little early. Who's going to be right on time?
Do we know what
I'm just gonna look at
Tina Liga's is?
I can look.
I hate to have you look it up.
Are you trying to see if you're at work or not?
Yeah, I'm trying to see if I'd be getting there late.
Calendar 1888. I don't think it's different from the US to UK, so
It was a Wednesday.
there you go.
Alright, cool. Then I'm not at work. Then I probably would have been right on time then.
9:30. 9:30?
Yeah.
We probably would have come together.
There you go.
I probably would have made you come with us.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna let you out of my sight in public.
You're a vampire, you're a demon.
Well,
That's true.
you're more muscle for.
True.
That's fine.
It's only one
9:30,
trustworthy.
9:30, 9 o'clock. Thomas?
9:45.
9:40. Fashionably
10
late.
o'clock.
10 o'clock fashionably
Not
late.
fashionably late. I mean, probably, but more like sad.
Sad late.
My Daisy's dead, as far as I am aware.
We're getting very close to this cry count taking up to 2, y'all.
Like possibly you, but in my mind, that's a solution to an existing problem.
Right. But you'll see me. You haven't seen me since, but when you walk in, like,
No.
if you can, I don't know what your perception was. Yeah, we have the same sense.
You guys are not hiding from
I'm
each
wearing a
other.
very red coat.
You're able to spot each other as you come in.
Right.
You're welcome to gather up at a table or occupy a booth or wherever you guys want to do. That was more to see if you can recognize her
Right.
in her disguise, which
No,
We can't.
Even with
You
a
do
natural
not.
20, I couldn't.
Well, not
You
you would
would've,
have.
yeah.
But
Yeah, and then when I come in a bit late, I'm gonna see them and ignore them completely and just wander over to the bar.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have any of us seen you since?
Nope.
Then I have something for you.
I haven't.
As soon as I see him, I'm going.
Okay.
Gin. All of it. I worry you misunderstood me, son. And I worry you heard that I said a lot of gin. And I said all the gin.
All right. The lady, the redhead in the bustier and the boned corset and fishnets looks at you like you're an asshole.
Yeah.
And goes, "Sure, honey." Probably not that southern, but when you do it, yeah,
Right.
it's gonna turn out that way.
Yeah, well,
It's French, actually.
I'll take it as mockery. It's fine. Yeah.
And then
I'll walk up to him and say,
hold on.
Oh.
The second I see him, I'm moving. I promise I see him before you.
Okay.
I'm looking for him.
Okay. Yeah, big bottle of gin, slammed in front of you, sort of spills. Doesn't even bother with a glass.
And then just from behind you, tea.
And now I'm hallucinating. You know, it's a bit, honestly, and I gotta look at the redhead. It's come on a bit later than I thought it would. But here we are.
Tea.
Do you want a glass?
Oh, my sweet crest.
Oh.
God. Sorry, this is a cigarette on camera now. What in the... I
can't tell. Not here.
But are you do you see someone next to me out of curiosity?
Yes.
Great.
Does she want a glass?
I'm alright.
Okay.
Yeah.
She doesn't walk. Like, normally, you get the feeling she kind of, like, they stand there, they're in terrible heels, they're serving, they've got, like, padded places where they can stand, and, like the thing rotates, so they don't have to go anywhere.
Yeah.
Normally, they just wait till they get to the new patron, right? But then she's like, this is bullshit. Like, she walks away from this nonsense.
Where have you been?
Not here. I can't tell you here.
Well, where?
Somewhere with so many people.
I gotta look around the 4 hours.
Don't they have like...
Private booths?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
All right.
Do we see this random person taking
you see him.
Okay,
Yeah.
and like this random person taking
Yeah,
him?
you
Sorry,
see that.
Does anyone recognize her?
No, not at all.
So she's not like a prostitute.
She has black hair with a fringe.
Okay.
Do we think
It's the most unhappy hair you've ever seen.
Is Thomas the type of person to have a prostitute?
I think she's a prostitute.
Of course he is.
Yeah, he has a prostitute. It's Effie. They just...
Do we also see the cop in the corner?
You guys know Jeremiah.
Yes, I know, but
You guys.
He's like,
did you join
How could you ever mistake that mustache?
Don't leave Jeremiah out.
Well, because we came
No,
in
we
together.
came together.
Yeah.
And then we
We
weren't sure if
found
he
him.
had
We
come
found
him.
That was
because
probably
we
in a
came
booth.
after him, so
That's fine.
We weren't-
You found Jeremiah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, I didn't know.
I was saying, I was about to say I was approaching him when
When
Yeah,
that
when that
happened.
yeah when he get well I saw him when he came in.
I
so
absolutely spotted
Jeremiah,
all you and
you're
the mustache.
you're right there. Like you sort of see this, and you're kind of walking
Did
up.
we have any information about who we were seeing? Did Arthur tell us who we were meeting?
A friend.
Right.
A friend.
Do we think that's the
Descriptive thing.
friend?
Do you want to
Set me up on dates and you guys are showing up
If
too.
what we think is happening, who wants to be the one to interrupt that?
You all look at
fair.
Jeremiah.
It's so fair.
Did I already? Oh well, I walked up and then they ran away. Is that-
No, they haven't run away. Like she's-
You also, if you were that close, you saw us hug like that.
Yeah, I was about to say I was going to go to Jeremiah. I mean,
But you could be an old
You're
friend
gonna
that you
Thomas.
don't
I was
know.
going to go to myself.
yeah.
What the hell?
I would've gone to Thomas.
I prefer
Okay.
this.
Yeah. You Jeremiah, you get up to Thomas. What would you like to do? As they're debating what's happening.
Yeah.
You guys are like, oh, is it a prostitute? I don't know what's going on. Jeremiah's like, hey, buddy.
Yeah, it's more like, is it a prostitute? It's probably a prostitute.
I'm just going to assume he's just trying to,
Sure.
have fun, get rid of his woes and bury his woes in some bosoms.
Oh, God.
So, so Jeremiah, you get to Thomas. What would you like to say?
in this the year of our Lord 2018.
In 1888.
But that was not Jeremiah, and you know it.
No, I'm pretty sure because of that whole sentencing, there is no God now. So.
But I also didn't say that out loud.
This is the timeline that got abandoned.
Now we're also watching this
There you
awkward
go.
encounter.
We are.
What do you say?
I was like, Thomas, are you going to introduce me to your new friend?
I don't have to introduce you. Get over here.
Detective, come on.
What?
This is Cyrano de Bergerac. Come on.
Now we know.
Now we should go.
See. I
At
mean,
the very least, Jeremiah can't hold it.
You see, you tell when you see her angrily grab me, you're like, oh, Effie, okay.
No, not Effie.
no,
but then
no.
it's not a prostitute situation because
I love how
Is
Helen
it
was
still?
I said, we know Jeremiah can't afford
It's
it.
an orgy. You
You
should.
should probably.
Right, Jeremiah can afford
he
you.
owes me
Hi,
one
Mom. Thanks for tuning in. So the hot black-haired lady is dragging Thomas and Jeremiah into a group. Are you guys intercepting? You joining? What are the three of you doing?
Let's go, girls. Not where I was going. Okay. It's
Thank you
more
for being on my level, Sean.
I was expecting a little more Charlie's Angels, but
It's more I don't want to leave you alone in a place like this, and I don't want to leave her alone.
I got Shania
I don't want her
Twain.
alone anyway.
I got Shania
So,
too. We did it
there you
together.
go.
It's fine.
Let's go.
All right. Jeremiah, Thomas, what are you doing?
Being dragged at this point.
Yeah.
And we will pick up in. We're gonna do a 15-minute break for fireworks. So we will be back at 9:30, and you guys will pick up inside Le Booth.
Le Booth.
All right.
I hope there's a neon sign over that calls it Le Booth.
Le Booth.
B-O-U-T-H.
As soon as neon is invented, the steampunk is gonna glow.
Oh man.
Oh my god.
Blade Runner 1889.
Yeah.
Get invented.
Neon signs. I don't know.
Be able to be harnessed to make things glow.
All right.
We'll get Rory on that.
Yeah.
So we'll be back at 9:30.
Yeah. Thanks for sticking.
Let me play you out.
Welcome back, everybody. We are Random Encounter Productions. I'm Cody Stone. With me tonight we have,
Allison.
Sean.
Courtney.
Sam.
Eric.
Caitlin.
and they are all playing.
Lamplighter Society.
No.
No. Your
Oh.
character.
I don't know. We didn't go over this last time. I'm Verity.
We were saying we should describe what the
Okay, so
characters look
you
like.
said, what are you playing? I'm like, I don't know.
Well,
I wasn't there for this
I'm like,
discussion.
D&D, guys.
We're playing
Tell me about all the
Steampunk
dice.
London D&D 5e edition.
Let me have all the
Yes.
dice here.
Yep.
Although useful information.
All of those statements are true. This is our
Not
D&D
wrong.
5e ultramodern campaign. It is a steampunk game set in 1888 London, and our players would like to describe themselves. You are playing.
Would we? I am playing Verity. She's a young woman in her early 20s. She's got black hair. It's ringlets, just kind of pulled away from her face. Gray eyes. She's kind of short. She wears her statement piece is this big, sweeping, long red coat, a ringmaster's coat with kind of black and gold accents. And yeah, that's all you really need to. Oh, and she's wearing black gloves because
Reasons.
yeah. Well, there's so many germs in London. Guys.
So many.
1888.
Love a good
London.
mystery.
Yeah,
I mean,
legit.
Thomas.
I'm playing Thomas Haywood, who is a young mid-20s man with perfectly coiffed sandy blonde hair. He is dressed in fine fashion, though has obviously taken great pride in his ability to mask that as being disheveled and as if there was no care in the world put into its preparation. He, of late, has seemed rather unkempt, and his eyes droop a little more than they usually do, making obvious to the world his status as a drunk, junkie, and overall lover of a good time.
I'm playing Effie.
Are you?
I am playing Effie. She is Effie. Last name
To be determined. We know what it is now. It's different now. Hello, if you're just now turning in, you missed so much. But welcome. I'm gonna explain it all to them in a minute. Usually, she has curly blonde hair and green eyes, about 5'4", pretty. Right now she is wearing a straight black wig with a heavy fringe over her forehead. And she's dressed very nicely, much more nicely than she usually is. It's sort of her similar style. She's wearing pants and like a nice thing. She might have kind of like the steampunk bustle thing going on. But much, much nicer clothes than any of you have ever seen her in, unless she was doing a job. And
That's it.
That's
Lola.
it.
I am playing Lola Bradley, young American woman. You notice a couple of things when you first see her. She's very pale. Her eyes are reddish brown. And if you study her teeth for a second, you might notice they look a little funny.
She's a banshee.
Yeah, that's it.
A wendigo.
A ghoul. Something like that, maybe.
You're a
but
Bigfoot.
Not that one.
That one feels like a no.
It's a no for me.
But she's
No.
clothing-wise, she's doing the very steampunk thing. She's in the corset with shorts, and she's got the bustle. That also provides a place where she can hide her gun. Boots that are, you know what, they're up to her knees now.
All right.
Right?
Yeah.
Sounds good.
I'm Jeremiah, very tall, very obviously looking detective, always wearing a trench coat. I'm going off reference right now because I have not described him in so long. On his side, across his chest, you'll notice he has a strap for a holster for a pistol. Typically looks very disheveled, and it's not like a fashion statement or anything. He just really doesn't care at all. But one of the, by far, his most pronounced feature that people typically tend to notice first is that he has a very, very well-established handlebar mustache. Yeah.
There you go.
And I could X out of it.
Result.
Yeah, I'm playing Isolde Berman. She is mid to late 20s. Brown hair, long but kept back in like a tight bun or ponytail or whatever she wants. And blue-gray eyes. The best thing you'll notice about her is that she does not dress like a typical woman of the British Empire. More like she's from India, so with loose pants, loose shirt, and lots of scarves that surround her to hide the sniper rifle that she has perfectly strapped to her back. And she is a British soldier with the military. She was stationed in India and has since found her way back to London.
And you all are inside the... Yes.
Really, really quickly before we dive on in. If you're looking around and notice this beautiful layout that we're in, Jay is currently in the chat, and he did this for us.
Ah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Jay.
Perfect.
J Vizzy0N,
Yeah.
right? Yes. Yeah.
We'll put it in the chat. Also,
Yes.
he's in there.
He is in there.
Joan.
Yeah, he does a great layout. Thank you very much, Jay. So you all are in the 4 R's, a underground club in London, thriving with industrial, classical mashup of music with mechanicals, people, not robots, people that work on mechanics. I realize that could be construed different ways. It is an underground haven for the bohemian, for the industrial, with touches of French dancing on tables and on stages. The main bar in the center of the floor slowly rotates that the servers might tend to different people. It is a odd, thriving place. Music and flesh and perfumes and oil and grease, the smells, the sounds, all of it assault your senses. You've recently been dragged in behind the curtain into a private booth by a black-haired Effie who has, for some of you, only recently returned from the dead. You all take your seats, having left behind your bottle of gin. What would you guys like to do?
Why? I'm sorry, you say you're Effie.
Well, it's clear.
Are we like close?
You're behind the curtain, yeah.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, that
Clearly
was it.
fucking Effie.
It's not clearly fucking Effie. Not all of us know what she looks like without her
Also-
clothes on.
Is he?
That, and she's wearing nicer clothes than I've ever actually seen her wearing.
I will drink.
Are you alright?
I think so.
You
So,
look wonderful.
A lot has happened. What is her accent? I don't remember.
She doesn't remember at this point.
Oh, that's true.
Default.
She doesn't remember her own accent.
You tell me. She's
Yeah,
been in a
Marquise
different
could have
one
a different
for.
accent.
I know. So a lot has happened. I don't know where to start. I remember being at tea,
That's a good start.
and then I woke up 10 days later in bed with my husband.
Wait, you got married and you didn't invite us?
I don't remember doing that, but there's, paper evidence, and also everybody in the house expected me to be there.
Well, who in the fuck did you get married to?
The Marquis of Camden?
Wait, the one who died?
Yeah, that's when
Jeffrey
I woke up.
Pratt.
Thank you for
Your
saying.
husband's name is Jeffrey.
God damn it.
Was.
Jeff.
I'm just glad you didn't go with Christopher.
Thank you.
I was
should have.
tempted.
Really should.
Christoph.
He's a son. He's a son from the former.
Are you telling me you're a Marquise now?
I'm technically a duchess.
How?
You're a duchess.
The female marquises are called duchesses. Yeah, if a woman married to a marquise in London, in England, is
Not
referred
France.
to.
I think
no.
in the
In France it's like
perhaps
not in France.
different.
In France it's Marquesa, I think.
Yeah.
Well,
But
no, that's Italy. In France, it's Marquise with an E at the end of it.
Right.
but
Yeah.
in
And
England,
Duke and Duchess.
yeah, it is a duchess.
Cool.
You are married. You are a duchess. Although she did not inherit the title,
No.
she did inherit the estate. And there are, you do know
Mm-hmm.
your late husband
Mm-hmm.
had a sister.
Mm-hmm.
What you did not know and have since learned is that he did still have a living uncle
Mhm.
who has inherited the title.
That's fine. It's fine.
However, there are expectations familially
Oh my
of
God,
you.
you're gonna have to marry the uncle now.
No.
Yeah, you
She
are.
is not.
That is not
She
off
will
the
she
table.
will kill him, and that one will be Effie.
Anyway, proceed with your story.
And I woke up and he was dead. And I don't know what happened. I don't remember anything.
Verity, didn't you say she was a demon?
I beg your fucking pardon?
I'm talking to Verity.
Don't. No.
Oh, right, Thomas. You need to ask her a question that only Effie would know the answer to.
The night we met, there was a gramophone playing that stupid fucking Daisy song that you named me after. At the party, and I stole your wallet.
What's the tune of it?
And I have it.
Don't help her.
Caitlin.
I'm like, I can help Courtney. Yeah, you can help
Caitlin, help me, Courtney.
Can she hum it?
Make a performance.
Oh my god!
I guess is the question. I don't know. I don't know what.
18.
I don't know what succubi knows.
Yeah.
Modified 20.
She can hum it.
Okay. I don't know what succubi unlimited by. Is the thing.
Do we know that it's a succubus? A succubus?
I do.
Tell
You
me.
know?
Well, I don't know that it's a suck. I know it's a thing.
You saw it looked like her. It was gorgeous. It had wings. It had boots and a whip of a
Nothing else.
tail. I mean,
Right. Yeah.
you call it what you want to call it. You tell me what you want to call it.
All
You
right.
said you woke up in a man's bed.
Yes.
What do you remember?
What?
Prior to waking up in a man's bed.
Tea.
Thomas.
No, we were at
drinking tea, not tea. Tea.
Oh, right.
That part's accurate. We were all there.
We were.
We were there.
I remember tea, and I remember Lucy getting in my face.
In nothing between then and...
No,
What,
nothing.
so you don't remember Rory?
What happened to Rory?
Right.
Oh.
Do we know that Rory's...
At this point, Rory has
Okay,
resurfaced.
so we know that she's back.
Yes, she has resurfaced. She is at Thanet House.
Okay.
Rory's
fine.
To be looked after for fear of her own potential changes.
Well, at the tea party, you say you remember Lucy getting in your face.
Yeah.
Well, then you sort of turned into a winged demon. And then you turned back into yourself. But then Rory turned into a bug, demon.
See, I think
And then you both ran away.
Is she bullshitting me?
No.
She, look at me.
Daisy, I wish she was. And I'm sorry, but I don't know how to fix you. I've tried.
Also, though, we really need you to stay calm.
I tried. But I couldn't figure out how to fix it. And I'm sorry.
Gee, it's not your fault.
No, it's mine, and I might know how to fix it.
What?
You're goddamn right about at least one of those things.
I'm goddamn right about both of those things.
Would you like to share with the class?
We're not possessed. Do you remember? Do you remember that night that we were taken and we were tortured?
Yeah.
Do you remember how I turned?
Yeah.
Same thing happened to you, apparently.
Not that I was hallucinating, honestly.
I wish you were. But you, me, and apparently Rory all have some sort of void in our spirits which lets demons enter us and become us.
That's what that was. Oh, that royal fucking cunt.
I'm sorry?
It's not important right now.
It possibly could be.
When I woke up, I wrote a lot of notes to myself.
Anything important?
Oh, it didn't quite read like me.
So it was the person or the demon that had him.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I presume so, yeah.
Did it say anything?
Lots of
note.
Oh, lots of things. It was wrapped up in all my fucking clothes. It's fucking judging my fashion choices and
Oh dear.
Total.
I mean, I am scandalized on her behalf.
Total succubus move.
Judging fashion.
What Dick was wearing, it has really no colour.
I woke up with him next to me, and I was gonna just run. I was gonna cut and run, and I found I was digging through my shit, and there was a note that told me to check the will.
Was he dead when you woke up next to him?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
So you don't remember anything about the creature? You don't remember fighting it off?
No.
So, did it leave voluntarily then?
Can I make a religion or arcana check to try to see if once it finishes its job it would leave?
I will take either. It's up to you.
Okay.
You can tell me what you roll before you roll it, though.
Right.
That was almost really good.
It was almost amazing. It's a 15 religion check.
D8 rule.
I did.
From what your research has told you, it could be for different purposes. Either the limit of time that it can hold on,
Okay.
Or it had business outside of the body that
Okay.
perhaps it needed to attend to, or kind of sounds like a bitch, so maybe it was just fucking with her.
It wanted to put her in that compromising position of waking up with a dead person next to her. Okay.
So could be a lot of things.
Right.
Sorry. May I try to recall anything specific about what this Marquis of Camden did? Any, like, his place in society, any kind of anything?
Sure.
I would assume there'd be newspaper
Make a
clippings
history check.
or
Yeah.
some, potential scores.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Well, never mind. Is the
What is it?
dicks 6?
Man, his death has been the talk of London for the past 10 days. And so you remember, dude got married. Apparently, days after meeting this girl, 3 days later, he's dead. In his house, they say they caught the killer. This has been all over the newspapers.
What day was the wedding on?
Best you can tell, doing some math. 10 days before now was the 6th. So 3 days before that, she was married. So that, what day was T? 27th?
Yeah, 27th.
And the 27th, because my last day was 26th.
You know what? The poet in me says that it's,
a Mayday wedding?
I was gonna do a Mayday wedding.
Yay.
Yeah. May 1st. Do a May 1st wedding.
The least effy thing I can think of.
I gotta ask.
Either that or they met on May 1st and he married her 2 days later.
I gotta ask.
May 3rd.
Who? They say they caught the killer.
Mm-hmm.
Who did they catch?
You can't remember.
If it's published.
You can't remember with your history check.
With the detective? No,
yeah,
perhaps?
give me a history check, detective.
I was buried in the other case, though.
But you could.
Okay.
It's still been in the news.
Okay, just making sure. I was just gonna put it out there.
Yeah, I appreciate
That'll
that.
be a 17. Wait, investigation or history?
History.
17 still. Okay.
Yes, they name him as a Jonathan Tesson? Jonathan Tesson. A gardener who had previously worked for the Marquis. Had recently been fired within the last 3 months. They say that he knew the grounds, that he understood the differences of it, and the recent publicity of the Marquis' whirlwind wedding threw him into a fervor, a tizzy. The man was killed when they apprehended him. No trial.
Effie, do you think it was the gardener?
If you're not all bullshitting me, I think it was her.
You said she wrote you notes.
Uh-huh.
Was there a name?
No.
Yeah.
And best she refers to you as darling.
I meant, did she sign?
Yeah.
No.
I don't.
Well, Daisy, I think perhaps we might be in this for the long con. I don't reckon I know any way to get you out of this one. We never had a fail-safe for tabloid publications.
Just have to fake her death. No one knows who she is. Look at her.
Do you mind if I talk to Effie now?
Incredibly.
Actually, yes.
I'm going to. Can we do that in 1 second? Yeah. I'm going to insist.
You may insist all you like, sister. But I ain't never trust no British soldier, and I ain't gonna start now. Or does that offend your sensibilities?
Easy, we can't leave you both alone.
You must. You can stand right outside the curtain in case anything goes wrong.
Detective.
But we'd be able to hear it anyway.
No, you
Then one of us needs to be there.
Then I nominate Lola.
Fine.
We ain't talking about one of us. We ain't talking about setting up a guard. I said no.
Thomas isn't a debate.
I'm not so much concerned about Effie as I am about every single other person in this bar.
That is a fair point. But I ain't about to start shooting up this bar because some one person made one bad decision. Or 12. Entirely up to them.
I dare say I've made quite more than 12 bad decisions. As I dare say you have as well.
Oh yeah, but they only destroy me, not people around me. That is neither here nor there, is it? Pull me out of here by my cold dead hands. That's what you're gonna do.
You're too close. You affect things too much. If there's anything I've learned in my 5 weeks researching what's going on with me, is that we must remain neutral. And you do not keep it neutral.
Sister, I ain't never been neutral. You best remember that.
Would you all like... Never mind.
No, actually, madam.
Yes?
May I have some whiskey?
Brought the gin.
I don't drink that. May I have some whiskey?
Okay.
Someone will leave it.
Is that when you say the gin, is it the stuff that I left behind?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the gin from the bottle. From the bottle. Yeah.
I casually through this weird standoff.
Thank you, dear.
Slide it over
And go ahead
here.
and give her £5 for her troubles.
I will be right back. Excuse me. Peter Griffins.
Do you
What?
have any tea?
Sure.
Hot tea, please.
Sure.
Oh, that would be lovely.
Bring 3 cups.
3.
Thank you.
Sure, of course.
Anything for you? Oh man, I almost said anything for you,
Jeremiah.
Jerry.
I'm actually good right now.
Okay.
I'm just trying to take this all in right now.
Maybe bring a couple of extra cups for the
Extra
gin.
cups for the gin. Yes, of course. So sorry.
Thomas, do you care about Effie?
I'm gonna go ahead and assume that is a rhetorical question.
No, it's not. Do you care about Effie?
I absolutely do.
Then you must leave her be. Just for 5 minutes. I promise you nothing will happen. And you don't trust me. I
Not
did.
the slightest.
I did. Blame me. Who do you trust here?
I trust Effie. I trust the detective. For reasons that will
I
remain
don't care about your reasons, good sir.
grand. And I trust the circus freak.
I'm gonna come back around to that one.
I don't know why I found that. I'm
It's
so
fine.
sorry.
Oh, it's fine. I knew
It's
what I was
fine.
getting into when I married him.
We're all freaks here.
Verity, please. Trust me on this.
I do trust you. I don't trust whatever might come through that doorway.
have a hold on it right now. I just need to work with Effie for the moment.
You might have a hold on it, but we don't know about Effie. And last time she looked exactly like Effie, and she was still there.
I can take care of it.
And why can't you tell us what you're gonna do?
I can tell you, it doesn't mean anything.
Then tell him.
Maybe.
I'm going to
Tell him. Tell us.
I would like to work with her to try to understand how we can control this gateway. I think I figured it out. But if there are outside circumstances, if there's somebody giving outside influence, it won't be the same.
So what you're saying is we probably shouldn't do this in the middle of a bar.
That's not a problem. She doesn't care about anyone in the bar.
We don't know that.
And how did you figure all this out anyway? Where's this information coming from? We ain't seen you in weeks.
Right, where the fuck do you think I've been?
Oxford.
It's true, because Verity actually cared to come and find me.
I'm not gonna say it.
Go for it.
No.
Technically someone else found her and just told me about it.
Alright. Well, that's much more forgivable. And yet your plan is to talk this presence at her that you have learned from unnamed sources.
Are you that dumb?
Hey.
So I have the...
Thank you. Thank you so much. Effie, darling, we ordered you tea.
Thank you.
And the lady quickly disappears out the curtain.
Are you that thick in the head?
A little bit.
I'm not going to talk it out of her. I'm going to talk about meditation and controlling techniques, which don't fucking matter when you're here making me feel uncomfortable.
I'm sorry that I make that being inside you uncomfortable. But
It's
I
not
will
a
defer
being-
because I am quite thick-headed to a far more reasonable intellect than my own. Daisy, if you want me to leave, I'll leave.
I've not ever wanted you to leave.
I will exit this room.
No.
If I would like to talk to you without the influence of Thomas here, please.
I don't trust anybody in this whole fucking world as much as I trust him. Where I go, he goes.
This isn't how this affliction you have.
Effie, I love you, but that's exactly why he should leave the room.
Thank you. Someone's smart in this room.
Why?
I'm not smart, I'm just neutral.
No, you're smarter than anyone else who's talking.
You were there when she
Yeah.
changed, right?
And after thinking about it, I'll stay.
And you didn't see the other two. We absolutely cannot leave them alone in a room.
I'll stay.
What are you even ready to do? Plot your demise?
No, again, it's not you that I don't trust. It's anything that could come through that doorway. We only saw one thing. You said yourself it could be anything. We're in a public place. There are civilians here.
I'm taking it back to Occult then.
I think it's probably best, or at least
That sounds
some
much
sort
safer
of
all over.
halfway house.
Go to my house.
I don't think that's an excellent idea.
Got an estate now, apparently.
Really?
Which also bears talking about.
How private is it?
How private is it?
It is,
I mean, whatever's in me apparently managed to rip open a man's chest and pull his heart out without anybody else noticing.
it is, yes.
You want some food?
It is a nice house. It is a larger house. What I will tell you is that make a investigation check.
Got a lot.
21.
Great. You get the feeling that your new staff have been selling your story to papers. That's part of the reason way that many of the rags follow you. So it is private, but it is also filled with a number of servants.
Yeah, they do like to listen.
They do. And you also suspect that some of them, at least if it were in your position, that the current and new Marquise, the uncle, they probably are reporting back to him. His nephew's dead with a crazy ex-wife, and he hasn't seen any of...
I'm distraught. How dare he?
And he has not seen any of your performances.
Oh, he will.
I love that.
I love it.
How dare that man?
It's easy enough to get you out of it. All you have to do is fake your own death, I told you.
That was so nice, though. I've never been in a house that nice.
It is very nice.
Right, and all those journalists outside, are they here for you?
Yes.
How's that been?
Rubbish.
We'll just go back to Black's Hall.
We could absolutely do that. I feel like Arthur might take exception to that.
I'm a little bit leery about...
We get our place.
Oh, no, I suppose that's what Rory is.
Well, we absolutely could destroy our place. But,
We're not going to destroy anything. It will work.
Bluetooth cancelled.
Yes.
Cool.
Thank you. Thank you. She believes me.
well, thank you,
I
darling.
don't think that's what she said.
I don't know.
That was the waitress. It's fine.
Speaking of the waitress and privacy, can I do a perception check and see if we're actually alone?
Yeah.
Like, are we being super quiet?
She's not.
She's not.
Not.
She's put on her Bluetooth.
It's a new drug. Is it 21?
Pupils the size
People
of
are walking
quarters.
by outside the curtain. Nobody seems to be lurking or listening.
Okay.
You get the feeling she came by to return the bottle of gin that was just paid for and left.
Mm-hmm.
And to be like, hey, she's a waitress. She's here to sell stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you also got the feeling that once she realized, oh shit, nope.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nothing for me to be a part of here. So.
She's a good
It's a shady place, but I don't know what to say.
Now, Daisy, I'm having a rare moment of, let's call it clarity, in these past couple of weeks. I'm saying this very quietly, actually. I'm saying it very quietly just to you.
Okay.
I'm having a rare moment of clarity in these past couple of weeks, and I want you to know that if this fucking British soldier can help you, that is an option. And if that is what is to be asked, I would like it, because as it stands, as I mentioned, I cannot. I tried my damnedest, but I could not find you, and I could not find out anything that would help you. So, if this works, that's fine. But if I leave you here, I will be just outside that goddamn door. Everything I ever cared about in this fucking world.
Fine. Fine. I'm sorry.
Don't. You know what she said?
What's fine? I honestly have no idea.
I'll talk to you. It's fine.
Do you want me to stay?
Here? Or shall we to Vauxhall?
I think Vauxhall might be safer if we can get past all the...
Agreed.
Is paparazzi a term?
We can make all the paps.
I doubt it is. I honestly doubt it is.
We make it a term, it's fine.
Hey, Effie, how do you think you'll look in a trench coat?
I mean, fine.
Do you think you could look like a hobo and also a cop at the same time?
I guarantee you I probably could.
Alright, what's the plan here?
Really need is a distraction.
I believe the plan, and
Why are you
correct me
looking at
if
me?
I am wrong, is to sneak out of the 4 Rs.
What about him?
Wouldn't you just...
I just I can't think of a better distraction
So
than
you
a
just take
your
disguise.
thing
I'm not wearing like prosthetics, y'all.
Oh yeah, right.
I'm wearing a wig.
I'll take that off.
I mean,
without,
yeah,
right?
at the very least.
No, because
I mean,
Effie
have an
Pratt has
idea.
blonde
You might not
curly
like
hair.
Oh, okay. So the wig was to help you get
The
in.
wig is to,
Right.
for me to not be Effie Pratt right
Gotcha.
now.
Excuse you.
Okay.
Ophelia.
Ophelia Pratt. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Come
Ophelia.
on.
Ophelia.
Yeah.
Ophelia Pratt.
You're
You were
right.
intro-
Ophelia
you were
Pratt.
introduced as
Now, yeah.
Art.
yeah.
You know what? You're right. Very true. But I have an idea, and as much as you love it, making sure I haven't provided a distraction, I think I would like to get you involved in this with me.
Really?
How would you like to be Ophelia?
I don't know. There's a bit of a height difference.
We don't want to be followed no matter what. We're all going to the same place.
Right. We don't want
We could always
one
get there
random
later.
person to have to stay.
No, what I'm saying is he gets into an argument, gets himself thrown out. Meanwhile, you sneak
Again.
her out the back.
Is there a back?
Is there a back to see out of?
Of course, there's a back to sneak it up. Have you been inside this park?
Yes, and I actually looked in the back. That's what I did last time I was here.
Hold on.
As far as you all know,
There's a basement,
There
but there's no
is-
back.
one door in, one door out.
Well, we can always set fires.
Well, now
No, we like this place.
Oh, fine.
I
really
gotta-
like this place.
I'm the
I've
one
missed you so
starting the
much.
fight.
Thank you for being
They
a
ain't
voice of
gonna worry
reason.
about anything.
Now, what we could do. Go for it.
I'm gonna call for the waitress. Yes, waitress, server.
Okay. Yeah, you stick your head out. You eventually catch a waitress's eye, not the same one.
She's not gonna come back
that
around.
lady's like,
Is it
no,
the redhead?
yeah, no, the redhead.
We want to red. Yes.
She would avoid this drunken mess like the
She
plague.
didn't know that
do
you went in
do
there.
you
She
ask
was
for the
like,
redhead?
I asked for a serve.
Okay. Yeah, a brown-haired woman with a curly updo
Fancy.
comes
Very
by.
stinky.
Yeah,
Mm.
absolutely.
Messy.
Big loose curls.
Excuse me, Dawn. We are trying to get out here in a bit more discretionary manner. Hey, I'm just gonna be honest. Is there, other than the door that we came in, is there any way to get out of here? Because we don't want to be bothered right now. We're
Oh,
like any other way.
that's you'll have to speak to the owner about that. That's not something I can tell you. I'm so sorry.
Does she not trust me because she knows I'm a cop?
Make an insight check.
Fucking shit. Oh no, this is not gonna work. But we'll try it. 10. Hard to read.
You don't know why she doesn't trust you. Maybe it's because you're a cop. Maybe it's because the group of you look fucking weird.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Or it could also just be it's kind of a secret place and they don't do like a lot of security,
Yeah.
but not letting people wander in through the back is probably key to that security if there is a back.
Well, why don't we just try out the front?
Well, all those people are out there waiting to see her.
But we can be sneaky sneaky.
How'd you get here?
How did I get here?
You snuck out of the estate. You wandered out. You got a cab ride over. You switched cabs. You got back. You did a couple of loops around and takes and different things like that. Eventually, you arrived.
It was very convoluted,
It
really.
was very convoluted. You thought that you had lost them.
Mm-hmm.
When they mentioned that there are journalists outside, that
How the
is,
fuck did they find me?
they apparently did.
Give me one of your pretty comps. Can you help her out?
Music band.
I don't have time to do the music now.
Oh, damn it!
What if we kidnap or steal a car and lose him en route?
Alright.
Who are you?
This is Thomas. Hold on, insight check.
I insight check his whole
Stupid, crazy idea. But
Do you advocate for kidnapping?
when it's
Because
consensual.
it's consensual.
I thought that was
Ain't like
against,
she's gonna be struggling to get away.
I thought that was against your weird Confederate morals.
Well, that's not the issue. Tea. Not here. Not here. Not here.
His water is so delicious. Oh my god.
On the one hand, this is a perfect distraction.
You're
On the
my
other hand,
side.
you can't hit her. You don't know what you'll turn into.
How's your water? Is your water really delicious, Cody?
I will use
So good, isn't it?
on YouTube.
Let me, Sean.
Oh, it's worth noting.
It is worth noting.
It is worth noting.
When this
eyeshine
Out of character- I did. I did.
when this shit goes down,
Oh,
that's
it's
worth
gonna
noting.
be vicious.
It's gonna be amazing.
Because here's the thing. I'm gonna say this out of character.
Yeah.
So
that means he broke the glass in his hand. Or
yeah,
No here. No here. No here.
like the bottleneck, right?
Yeah.
So Thomas's dad is like a, he's a politician, whatever.
Right.
He was he's a Confederate colonel, like
Right.
that, like that's
Right.
his thing.
Yeah.
And Thomas is like a hardcore in 1888 would be a Republican,
Right.
right? So he's just like, no, Lincoln, and then like Lincoln died. He's like, oh, say it, But like he's hardcore, just like on the right side of history.
The winning side.
No,
but also like
the
but
right
also like the
I think
morally, ethically,
objectively.
like
right,
question
objectively,
that it wasn't
ethically,
the right side of history.
everything correct. Yeah,
Right.
no. So you call him a Confederate now? He's just.
So
You called her.
before we actually
Oh,
have
yeah.
a real fight start,
Except was he wrong?
before we actually
Didn't
have a
fucking
real
think so.
fight start and we get our distraction,
Uh-huh.
Guess what's your crazy idea?
y'all probably has a server left.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, do you want
want
to
her to
talk
look?
to the owner?
No, not
Okay. Then she's.
Underlining your name.
It's also on a list called The List. Just
It is
FYI.
actually
You
okay.
have some good. There's some good company
Hey,
on
Thomas.
the list.
No, it ain't.
Yeah, your name on a gun barrel.
Thomas, how would you feel if I possibly talked about maybe Scotland Yard looking a little bit closer at this place if they didn't try to help us out?
No. It's a terrible idea.
Tea and I want to come back here
But also,
ever again.
but also beyond the best reason, which is the
The
selfish
highest
reason.
priority.
That's a terrible for this place to keep being established. This might be more than I know, but for this place to keep running the way it does, it's got to be paying off someone. It's got to be patronized by someone important, by people who are important. This place has been around for a while, right?
How many of us?
You're not sure.
Okay.
How many of us are good at stuff? Me too.
What if
What
we
if we
are?
split into two different groups?
We could not ever do that.
No.
Every
Not ever fucking again.
every
so
time we do that, we end up naked and afraid.
it's true.
Dead, but
No, we I've been naked twice.
Hey,
3 times.
Courtney, you weren't aware
I
of what
got him.
to his
I got him.
I was aware of it. I wasn't afraid.
You were naked.
By the
You
way,
just weren't afraid.
and also for the record, I think we should absolutely still go back and do that treatment in the eggs. We should do that still.
But
You just want to splash again.
hold on, guys.
Yeah.
There are. Yeah, London has.
Like someone that the journalists would be way more interested in.
That would be tough right now, because there are definitely more famous people. There are lords and ladies of far more importance.
Crime of the century from Ragtime begins playing in the background.
But she is of note specifically because of the gruesome nature of that murder, and the rumors that swirl around it. And now that has been almost 2 weeks. But the news cycle doesn't travel quite as fast as it does now. 2 weeks would have been 14 new events.
Yeah.
Between then and now. So is she? She's up there, is what I'm saying. She is of interest and import. She hasn't had any public events since the funeral. She hasn't. She's still. There is no Duchess, so technically she is still the Duchess of Pratt of of
Camden.
Yeah. Yes. Blah blah blah.
Did
So like there are there are plenty of other figures, right? But they followed her here. So you can come up with something. We'll see what it does.
the journalists? We should think of a word for them. Did
The journal.
I looked it up. That paparazzi was in 1961
Yeah.
because it was.
I thought it was-
his
But
last
this
name was
is-
paparazzi.
but this is
I thought it was a little
steampunk.
late.
Maybe he's alive now.
Just for
paparazzi.
my-
It's not Italian anymore.
Did they
His
actually
name
see
is
you
just
coming
Papa
in?
Rossi.
Do you know?
What?
Did they see you coming in?
I
Stop
don't
it.
know. They weren't even out there when I got here.
Do they not even know that she's here?
I mean, they're sitting outside apparently.
Can we draw them away?
Well, actually, I was thinking of just dressing her up like a man and getting them thrown out by the bouncers.
We could either provide a distraction in some capacity,
Or both. A bar
Or
fight
we
is
could-
always a good
Why you gotta keep
distraction.
looking at me whenever you say bar fight?
Because you would
because
stop
you are the
one.
most likely to second most
no, I'm
likely
gonna
to
say,
instigate
Thomas?
one.
But I mean, I could.
Brother?
Past events aside,
Effie and I would have to be far away from that.
Yes, I know. But if you're already ready to leave when the bar fight erupts,
I would like to stick my head out the door.
Okay.
I would like to see if I recognize.
Little rascal style.
Yep. I would like to see if I recognize anyone that looks similar to the duo auto gang that we fought last time.
Ah.
oh.
Okay.
Yeah, those guys.
So we're gonna do this to me, aren't we?
Yeah,
Not to
We're
you.
gonna do this to me.
We
not
check
to
perception.
you.
Perception.
26.
Oh shit.
Damn.
There are plenty of rough and tumble groups. You guys eradicated that previous duo auto
Oh
gang.
yeah, they died. They did.
They all dead. You do suspect
I did
that
some.
there looks to be two other sort of similar gangs. You know that this tube is well defunct of trains is utilized for duo and auto racing. And you guys did pass a series of duos on the way in, so you can identify a biker gang. Yeah.
Good.
How much would we have to pay them?
I would like to walk out immediately.
Okay.
I will be.
No.
Oh, well then come with me.
No.
I
No,
haven't.
no, don't go with him.
No. Absolutely
Thomas,
not.
what are you doing?
I'm gonna pay what I see some friends. I'm gonna ask
Friends of
them-
yours or friends of mine?
We
I
have,
don't think
depending
there's
on the
anyone
definition
friendly
of
with
friend,
you.
I'm going to ask them to politely ask our newspaper inclined friends to vacate the vicinity.
That might just fucking work.
I'll go with him.
No, you are not going with him.
I'll go with him.
Effie, please.
Effie.
I'll go with them. If anything, they'll probably
No,
try to fight
you
me.
need to stay with these two. You will only need to
I'm
stay
gonna
with
say
these
real
two.
low. If you get possible, if you get riled, something bad might happen. Seemed to be what made it happen last time. Now, Jerry.
I still hate that.
My darling Jerry,
Is Jerry on the list?
Not yet.
I
you
know.
owe me
Oh, you
a
son
favor.
of a bitch. You son of a bitch.
You're looking at it.
Oh, I didn't. Okay.
I know.
yeah.
I'm not asking you. I'm not asking you to die this
This
time.
time.
This time. If anything should befall my Daisy here, I would hold every party personally responsible. It is your responsibility to ensure that nothing harmful should befall my Daisy.
You can't ask him to do that.
But he did,
Don't
and
be
I
a
will.
fucking idiot.
I'm asking my friend Jerry.
then you're
Do
asking
me a favor.
Then you're asking him to get killed.
By staying here?
By preventing harm to her?
Right, because what
I would like to ask in what realm that makes sense beyond what I am obviously intuiting that to mean.
Get out.
Excellent.
Get out.
If something happens and you get hurt, I will not ever fucking forgive you. No, I will not ever fucking forgive you.
It's me.
Yes, I know.
I'm watching her.
Ain't nothing ever hurt me.
Perception.
Be right back, I promise. Hold this for me. You know I'll be back for it, and I slide the gin bottle.
I'm going with him.
Great. As you guys are going, Azult, how are you feeling?
Not good.
Make a wisdom save for me.
Oh, shit, fuck.
God damn it, we want to come back here! You're ruining our favorite bar!
Why did she come? She doesn't even go here.
Oh,
Son of a... my biker gang plan was solid.
It was.
We'll come back to that.
It really was.
I'm gonna fucking kill this British soldier.
By the way, 17 on the perception. If I notice something even slight,
sure,
I'm screwing on the silence.
I did
I'm excited for
something
this.
to you earlier
please.
about horse tranquilizers.
Okay.
How much they cost? Because I did say before that I had some with me.
You did say we'll find the cost.
Cool. Can we just say that I know I have enough money to
Say
purchase some?
you would say you got 3.
Cool.
Okay, I'll find you the cost for
Cool.
them.
I will mark that down. They're in my
How much do they cost, and how good do they feel?
Amazing.
I give them to you before I follow.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Don't use it on yourself. I don't know what will happen.
No, he would.
I'll give it to him. I'll give it to him.
What
Like,
did
give
you
it to
roll
me.
on
She's
your
not wrong.
wisdom save?
13.
13.
That's not
Too
too
awful. That's not too bad.
Still,
Okay.
you know.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I would like to go with my bride.
No.
You're a widow now.
That does not mean I am not allowed to despise that.
Good. I'm glad we're all having fun.
I'm
Are we?
just going to keep.
Are we? I want to check
that he's not by
in.
himself.
Thanks.
Which is the only reason I
This
was
feels
like, I'll
this
help
feels
him.
good.
Yeah.
I'll flirt with him if I need to.
Glad you're enjoying it.
Oh yeah,
You
this is
flirt
a
with him.
delight.
This is
Are you kidding
amazing.
me?
I'm in love with it.
Having a great time.
This
is when- this is when
I
the
want
lamp.
us to have our thing before my demon goes up.
This is when the lamplighter die. And then it's just,
It was nice being a duchess.
and then it's just, and I am
Just
enraged to
Jeremiah's
say
got
that.
signs that someone's gonna die. You know?
All right.
It's all of us, and then Azult's left to pick up the pieces.
As you guys,
Don't do that to her.
as you guys walk out,
Do that to her.
you spot the gang,
Literally.
and
She's ready
you
to part.
begin to
Yeah, I know.
Like poor miniature.
I know.
you begin to make your way over there.
Mhm.
They're across the bar. They're having a good time. You can definitely spot the leader. He's got the big mutton chops.
Oh,
He's,
yes.
like trimmed the rest of the hair so it's just here, and it's like this
Yes.
whole jaw.
Oh, I
Right.
hate
Like the big
that.
burn size.
Yeah,
I
Yeah.
love it.
I hate
Oh
that.
yeah.
Oh, what a fucking champ.
Oh yeah. and he's built like a gorilla.
Oh, of
Like,
course.
he's- yeah.
Bigger than me?
Huh.
Probably.
Yeah.
He is a broad dude. As you guys start making your way over there, that's right. That's what I'm doing. You rolled a 17?
Yep.
Great. I'll take a perception check from you and a perception check from you.
9.
A what?
9.
There we go.
I also got a 9.
9.
You guys make your way over across the bar. You've left the
Okay.
gin.
Oh, I
You
never
get-
rolled my thing for a 9. It's a 15. That's
God,
just
that
gonna
thing
sit
is
on
so
the side.
horrifying.
It's so heavy. I know.
It is heavy.
You make your way over to the bar, around there, and as you are getting ready to start to talk to them, you hear one of the dancers scream bloody murder, and as you look back, there is this monkey bat with terrible spines flying around the top of the roof, and
Are you looking at
it's
the camera like
over
around
the
us?
stage.
He's looking at.
I'm looking at the bat.
monkey bat.
Okay, you're getting into the.
And the long, it's not hairy at all. It's very grayish, bluish skin with long, sort of chomping teeth. As you guys are watching Isolde, you can see her. Her eyes are closed. She is very focused, and you can hear her. What languages do you guys speak?
I speak Common, which is what I wrote on my character sheet. So English, Russian, and Chinese.
French and Latin. English.
Definitely not whatever she's speaking.
Wonderful. You're too far away.
Okay.
Yeah.
You
Man.
cannot you cannot hear her.
You speak so many languages.
I do.
You do. What make intelligence checks for me?
Oh, wait, so that's not her.
Wait, me?
No, this is me.
Included?
17.
Okay.
11.
Natural 20. You two are able to identify. As Thomas is leaving, they've been having this heated argument. It looks like she's taking a moment to take a deep breath to try to center herself, and she looks almost in pain, and she is sort of muttering under her breath. It's a little difficult to hear. But you're listening because you guys are paying attention, you especially paying attention to both of them. That she's speaking in Hindi, saying mantras and her prayers to try to keep herself calm, in control. And you can see she winces every once in a while. And when you guys hear the scream, you go to move. Who's sitting on the outside?
I would probably be
Outside
closer
of
to
the
the thing
curtain?
because I was with him.
Yeah.
Yeah, who's closest to the curtain?
Me.
Probably her.
You?
Me.
You open the curtain.
Yeah.
And as you jerk back the curtain, you see 5 of those spined monkey bat things flying up around the ceiling. And it's about that time that her eyes open. The language has changed. Somewhere in the muttering from Hindi to a diabolic tongue, incomprehensible and unable to be made by human mouths. As you look under the table, just by pulling the curtains, you see one of the little spine devil monkey things snap its head up at you, and it sort of scares, and 3 more go running out from under the table.
Under our table?
Yeah. Isolde has gripped the table, the wood beginning to crack as she resists being turned herself. However, she does serve as a gateway to the infernal realms. 8 spine devils have flown into the 4 R's. I need you all to roll initiative, please. What were you going to say?
I was gonna, because we were right next to the big guy.
Yeah.
I was literally gonna spin around and grab his arm and say, "Get everybody out now. Clear the area."
Okay. Great. You say it and roll initiative.
Can I ask what the intelligence was rolls for to help us
Natural
with?
20.
That was to identify the language.
Oh, okay.
Because if you're real, she speaks Hindi.
Yeah.
But have you heard it, or do you just think
could have.
she's muttering an infernal
was
the
my
whole
next
time
roll.
through?
God, I was like, I was waiting for the. I was just like, is that?
That was the difference.
Okay.
Right.
I was just like,
Yeah.
Otherwise,
Do you recognize Hindi?
yeah.
Right.
I
So-
recognize it, but it's not sign language, so I don't understand it.
That's fine. But you can kind of recognize what she is.
I'm a
What she
very
is saying.
simple man.
Who rolled above a 6?
I did.
Oh,
For
thank
initiative?
goodness.
Yes. Fantastic. You all get to go first. I will go after that.
Okay.
So that will just keep it simple. Isolde, I will say you are stunned for this for this first turn. Make a wisdom save, because until you can either fight it off or succumb to it. So you're in the throes of that effort right now.
That's how initiative always works.
That's
right?
okay. Yeah.
I always roll the nat 20 on my initiative.
That's an 18.
And then what it's
An
like,
18?
Yeah.
Okay. You are able to regain control. And you feel down. You let go of the table, and you immediately grab at your legs. And from what has been told to you, somebody's told her what she looked like when she transformed, right?
It wasn't me, but
I didn't see it.
So nobody's told you.
She left immediately. We haven't seen her.
Yeah.
I didn't see it, and I'm the one she's been talking.
So you don't
Unless
know.
Arthur told her.
I'm sorry, but
she hasn't talked to Arthur.
Yeah.
I've been with Arthur for a night.
You did.
Yeah.
But Arthur.
But I wouldn't think he would know because like
I
that
don't
week
think
of
anybody
downtime
told Arthur.
that week of downtime that her shit happened. I'm actually staying at myself because
Okay.
I don't trust myself.
Okay.
And because I was
So if you were there after that's been told.
Okay.
So yes, he does, because he's been trying to help as well.
Okay.
I mean,
So
well,
he
now
has
that you
described
got
to
her,
you. Excuse me, guys. He has described to you the sort of barbed entity that you were transformed into. You immediately your legs are in pain. And you immediately grab down and feel these dozens of tiny like pinholes, and they're closing right now. It looks like out of those barbs tore these other spine devils. When they couldn't completely manifest through you, it forced itself out another direction. Your next turn, you'll get to act. Jeremiah.
Well, I'm just gonna like begrudgingly put my pistol away because obviously the little piece.
Cat's out of the bag, man.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah. So I'm gonna pull out my Crusader, my go-to shotgun.
Mm-hmm.
Because I left the other two back at Foxhole.
Yeah.
And I am going to take a shot at. Are there any within 10 feet?
Yeah. There's the ones that are just
right
under the table.
Well,
right
I don't
now.
know if I noticed
They
that.
came
That's
out of
why.
my legs apparently.
They did come
Like
out of your legs.
adipose.
Oh.
But not cute. Like adipose, but grosser. Like adipose, but those.
I feel violated.
Also, anyone who's within 5 feet, I got an upgrade on my imposing frame.
Out of your legs is better than out of anywhere else.
That's a big true.
Yeah.
It's true.
This is worth noting.
22.
22. Hits. Absolutely.
Okay.
No.
Oh, okay. That's a 10
I'll take Stan.
plus my 14 plus my 3 because it's within 10 feet, so that is 17.
17. Nice.
So that's everything. Yeah. I don't know when I get a second. Do I get a second attack ever?
I don't go
do
until
not.
9th level, so you might get it at 9th level.
I get 0 extra attacks.
Nice. I get it at 9th
That
level.
doesn't seem right, but okay.
We'll figure it out. It
We'll
might
look
not,
at it later.
it might not
Yeah.
be there. It might be somewhere else.
Okay.
Your extra attack comes somewhere else.
And also, since I'm not able to move because I'm trapped in the booth.
Heavy's actually probably designed to be using like a gallon gun.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh, this is true. But I should probably learn how to use those. The reason there's a shotgun to start out can make it simple.
Yep.
Anybody only have to sacrifice 20 feet now, and anybody within 5 feet gets +2 AC and 3/4 cover.
Okay, so you get out of the booth?
I can't because I was the first one in. I'm
Okay.
not near the edge of it.
So it's me and Lola.
Okay. I mean, you can go over the table.
Probably.
Give you 10 feet over the table. Yeah.
Honestly, my first thought would be to get near her.
Okay.
To protect her.
Okay.
I'm shooting under his arm.
Yeah, go for it.
That's what Thomas told him to do.
Go for it, Lola.
Okay. I'm just gonna hit one of the guys.
Yeah, do it.
25.
Hits.
This music is amazing.
10 points of damage, and I'm
Yeah, you shoot the same one he did, and the first shot looked like it had bloodied it. This one it's still alive. You guys realize that the bullets never pierce the skin. They just sort of impact and hold, and while it hurts, it's...
Second shot, that guy. It's a natural 20.
Yeah.
Oof, so sweet.
That's 12 points of damage.
12 points of damage. He's barely holding on.
Get another one.
I was at 12. You had a natural 20, you rolled a 5. Oh, did you roll double dice?
Yeah.
Oh my god. I hate that.
That's a natural 24.
24 hits.
A natural 24.
Kills him.
I rolled a 24.
1 hit point, even with its reduction. You kill it.
And then I'm gonna go to see if I get more shots. I do not.
Yeah, the loud explosive bangs here in this tight booth are echoing. The screams are matching it. The cacophonous music comes screeching to a halt, replaced by the thunder of these firearms. Ophelia.
Oh, buddy.
Yeah.
I don't have guns, do I? No,
Probably
I wouldn't.
don't.
But you
Do you
could
say
you would
that?
probably be within range of grabbing my pistol.
I say, do you say that because we have extra guns?
I had 10 more. I'm gonna. What I am. What I'm gonna do is. I don't have anything. I don't have a gun. I don't have anything.
I don't know, can I?
You see me right next to you with a pistol on my chest.
You'll let me take it?
Sure.
Yeah.
Cool. You take it.
I was like, I don't know if I can because I might still be paralyzed.
I take it and I'll shoot something.
Okay. You're so the one that was at the curtain and trying to escape has now been obliterated. You're literally shooting under the table at this point.
That's fine.
So it does have some cover.
Okay.
As you try to avoid everyone's legs.
It's 14.
14 is going to miss.
That's fine.
Barely with the cover.
And then I'm gonna look up. After doing this, I'm gonna look up at Lola. I'm gonna. If I turn, if I turn and I hurt him, you put me down.
Fine.
You're not near this.
Yeah.
I just want to say, this is like a terrible thing that just happened.
Courtney and I have been talking about this all day.
Okay.
We're talking about your fucking cry count.
Thomas.
Shit.
I was like, goddamn.
I'm going to swing around like mid we see the bikers screech, eye roll, and then just I pull the gun and I go, in a minute, gents. In a minute, gents. And then I'm gonna. There was one that was trying to leave. Was there one that was up?
Yeah, there are 5 up
There
there.
are 5 that are up. Okay.
Yeah.
And there's like 3 down below, 2 down below.
There are 2 that were. There were 3 at the booth
Right.
that were trying to scuttle their way out.
Mhm.
5 had made it out
Great.
and up.
I'll target one of the ones that's up.
Yeah.
The
You
one-
can't see the ones at the booth. So those
Yeah.
are the only ones you can see.
Yeah. The ones that are the one that from what I remember, like where Effie was sitting, that one. You
Got
know,
it. Yeah.
the closest one there.
Closest one to them. Got it.
Delicious. 27
hits.
Delicious. 3. Jesus, this is tough. 14. I'm sorry, 14 points of damage.
14 halved to 7. Yeah. The bullet impacts it, and you like clip the wing, and you can hear the shell being flexed out. It's sort of.
All right, I accept your challenge, and I will do it once more. Or
you could not do that.
alternatively, I will miss.
Yeah, gun jams.
It wasn't a natural one. It was a 3.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was a 3.
So it's like an 11. But
Yeah,
That's still miss.
Question.
Yeah, I knew I wasn't gonna
Real
hit
quick.
that.
Are these characters large or anything?
Small. They're like chimp
They're
monkey
like
size.
little adipose.
Yeah.
And I'll make one more at
Not quite
the.
that small.
Literally came out of my legs.
I'll make one more at the same one.
Oh, your pants are shredded, by the way.
Oh, of course they are. Hey, someone else got naked.
Well, maybe
You're not
that,
naked, but
maybe
now
that one.
your clothes are ruined just like mine.
13.
Barely hits.
Yes! Exciting. Great. That'll be 13 points of damage. 6.
Okay.
Delicious.
There you go. Verity.
These things speak any human languages?
You don't know.
What's the range on this whip thing that I have?
10 feet.
None of them are that close, are they?
No.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna make a wisdom, I'm gonna make a perception check.
Okay.
Nope, so I don't get that action. Can I bonus action pull out my whistle and start blowing on it, hoping it'll get people to run?
Sure, you
Okay.
can. Yeah, absolutely.
I want to bonus action pull out my whistle and just start blowing on it to
Yeah.
try to get people to run and get them to look not at the fleeing people.
Mhm.
And I guess I'm gonna shoot one of them, whichever
Okay.
one I just saw him shooting at.
Okay.
Yeah, 24.
Hits.
Oh, I don't know what I did. I didn't write it all down in the same spot. I didn't add. What do I add to the damage?
Just your ability modifier.
What kind of is it?
It's-
Dex or
it's-
strength or?
I don't even. It's the high caliber autoloader.
So
That's
probably
Dex.
So it's Dex.
Yeah.
Plus proficiency if you're proficient.
Unless your
in it.
ladder lets you change something.
Yeah. I think it lets me change it to wisdom, but I'll have to check. So this will be 6.
6. Good. That's 3.
Oh wait, it does let me. Sorry, it does let me use wisdom instead. So it's gonna be 7. What? No, sorry, 8. So 4. Jesus, by 1 point.
One
Still
point
good.
Is a thing.
Yeah. Still good. Okay. Acting first with the Spine Devils.
Oh, sorry, do I get my movement?
Yeah, where would you like to go?
I'm gonna go over the bar
Okay.
and duck behind it.
Okay. Over the bar
I'm
you
gonna
go.
hop the bar and just.
Yeah, make an acrobatics check. For
Hit
awesome.
my knee. I'll just now.
I'm not trying to be awesome. I'm just trying to dig it in.
Is it weapons before? On the
No idea.
I think
19.
weapons is first.
Okay.
I printed mine out, so
Yeah.
you don't have to worry about
Yeah.
that ish.
Just going over the bar.
Something different.
Yeah, not super stylish, but you go
Yeah.
leaping over the bar. What was the question?
It's fine.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So, Spine Devils. The 3 that are under
I know.
the
Rotating.
table
I heard.
Still going that way.
Baller.
come out from under the table.
Great.
Because that's terrible.
Great.
And they begin launching fiery tail spines
Ah,
at,
like the worst porcupines.
yeah, yeah. At you guys. So that's 1 for each of you.
3/4 and
Thank
plus
you.
2 AC.
Oh, thank you.
Okay. So Isolt, 14.
Nope.
Thomas, 18.
Jeremiah.
18 hits.
Yes.
I
18.
thought he was just happy.
12. 22.
Yes.
So that is going to be 6 points of piercing damage and 4 points of fire damage to each
So
of
10
you.
total.
10 total as your clothes catch fire.
Nice fucking clothes.
Yep.
See?
What are
I
you talking about?
We can't keep clothes in this game. Why can't I keep my clothes? Why can't we keep It's because it's Effie.
Because we split the party.
no, I need
We
you.
did. Oh yeah, you all did, not me. Y'all
I
did.
need you to make a wisdom save.
We're in the same room.
Ooh, 19.
You feel stressed, but okay.
Okay, that's good.
She still feels
She
stressed.
has anxiety. She's like almost used to it by now.
No, that's fine.
No, it's just.
Okay. On the other side, 2 and 2 at you guys, because you were the first to shoot at them.
Oh, yeah.
21 and 7.
Twin sister.
7 or 20? 21, yes.
And 7.
Yes, on the 21.
Yeah, I know.
You figured not the 7.
You have half cover. They are flying,
Okay.
so they can kind of shoot down at you anyway. So it adds +2 to your AC.
Okay.
So that is a 19 and a 13.
First one hits, second one's not.
Okay. So you'll both take the same damage. Save me from rolling additional dice. That is 6 points of piercing, 2 points of fire damage.
Cool.
Each of you. From behind the bar, you have given Dove.
I am Divin. No, I am Divin. I'm British.
You have self-yeeted yourself.
You have yeeted behind the bar.
I shall yo Divin.
Had been yoked.
Beyond the bar.
Okay.
Whoa.
That biker gang. You, Thomas, you are at the biker gang.
Yeah.
And let's see. Of the 8 of them,
Oh God, I want a biker gang friend.
of the 8 of them, 4 of them duck for cover and freak out because there are devils in the sky. The other 4 just start grabbing guns.
Yeah,
Is one of them mutton chops?
Yeah.
I love him.
Yeah, mutton chops.
They begin lighting up the ceiling.
Yeah.
The greatest.
For some reason, I'm imagining mutton chops as just fucking Yondu with mutton chops.
Yes.
Good. But like,
Guys, we need to keep him alive at all costs.
I'm just picturing the guy from
Father and
Jumanji.
son.
Yeah, fair enough.
The other biker gang.
You good, Daddy. Y'all Daddy.
The other biker gang, seeing these guns fly, you know, they've been watching out for their racing rivals. Most of them realize what's going on. A couple of them do not. Freak out and start shooting at the others. The other gang. But of them, most of them begin firing at the scene.
Okay.
You from behind the bar, the red-haired woman who has jumped down, and you can see her.
Takes off her leg and just starts shooting.
You can see it's a bright red, like fire engine style, like dyed red hair, and she looks at you, and she says, "Stay here." And she grabs a lever over the bar and yanks it, and this metal grate sort of closes like an iris around the bar. You are encased in a shell, and after she does that, she begins crawling in towards the center of this.
Okay.
And you begin hearing. She kind of goes through a door. You can't really see her, and you guys begin hearing. It's tough to hear over all the gunfire that's happening now. Just a loud, like, gears and cranks. People are screaming. Other than the biker gangs, there's a couple of individuals that are like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna join the fight," and then the rest of the place is running. About half the dancers are armed as well, and they're shooting.
It's their legs.
And they're shooting at everything. The bats, the people.
They're shooting.
They're just shooting. This is apparently something that is a contingency they have planned for.
But they haven't practiced it because they're just shooting into the
Assuming all
ground.
the alcohol is back there, can I see any absinthe just within reach?
Make a perception
Oh
check.
my god, Verity.
At disadvantage.
Well, then
Sorry.
no, I don't.
Can I point out how much I love the goddamn 4 R's?
This is the best place in the world, and now you know why Thomas and Effie were so intent on protecting it. I probably could.
Well, it's probably gonna be a place where you die too. So.
I mean, it might be, but if Mutton Chops carries my legacy, I'm fine with it.
Keep Mutton Chops alive.
If you die, you inherit Mutton Chops as your character.
Hashtag Mutton Chops
So,
forever.
I rolled 4 dice for the 16 or so people that are shooting at the bats. Just because that's to assist. I rolled a natural 20, 2 natural 17s, and a natural 16. That's all I'm gonna hit.
Nice. Killing it.
So natural 20 rolled 2 6s.
Yeah.
24.
Yeah.
Yeah, halved to 12. And the others are 15. So most of these bats go from, even with their reduction, what probably should have killed them, but they get fucked up bad.
Good.
And just a hailstorm of bullets. Isolde, how are you feeling? You can move.
Now I know why we got Mutton Chops. If you kill
I'm me still. It's okay.
There's an ellipsis on the end of that sentence.
Can I control them?
How would you like to try?
Oh. Go kill yourself.
Like mentally?
What would you like to roll? You're gonna think real hard at them?
Yeah, because if they are part of me,
Okay.
I would want to see that maybe they are like the super ego to my ego.
Okay. All right. What do you think of them?
A suicide.
A suicide?
Kamikaze, yeah.
You tell them to kamikaze.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
No.
Okay.
Oh,
No,
it's fine.
A persuasion check. Or deception. I'll take either.
For persuasion.
Yep.
7.
Oh, he's rolling so many dice, guys.
1 for each of them.
4,
Yeah.
6, and then 2 5.
You rolled a 17?
19.
19.
Yes, I rolled a 17, but I have a +2, so 19. Yeah, modifier.
If you're within 5 feet of me, you get 10.
5 of them don't seem to know or care, and you just hear this psychic cacophonous backlash that sort of amounts to shut up, bitch. However, the 2 that are closest to you seem confused and look in your direction. Bonus action? Movement?
Can I take my gun out?
Yes.
Okay. Yep.
Jeremiah.
I'm gonna go take a shot for another one.
Okay.
I took the shot, and that's all that really counts.
Good. Good. Okay.
Yeah.
Lola.
That's all.
I'm gonna shoot one.
I ain't gonna hold it against you, Jerry.
That is a 17.
Hits.
Biker fight all over again. Oh god.
7 points of damage.
Reduced to 4. It's enough to kill one of them. Go for it.
Next one, 16 to hit.
Hits.
God, you're so ridiculous.
She's so strong.
11 points of damage.
Reduced to 6.
Extra roll to see if I get. So that was 2 different guys.
Yep.
That's an 18. 1 or 2. That's an 1 extra shot. I'm going to.
She's everything I wished I could be.
But you chose
Use
the path you did.
between the eyes, burn a point to have advantage. If both hit, double your modifier.
Okay.
That's a mod 20 and a 21.
Both hit. So double the modifier.
11.
11. Reduced to 6.
Okay.
So yeah, that kills the second one.
Reload.
Reload. What type of gun is it?
Autoloader. I don't want to risk the high caliber. I don't want to risk running out of bullets
That's
mid-turn.
That's fine.
When I can bonus action
She can
reload.
take like 5 shots if
I-
everything goes well.
Yeah, I know. I'm just making sure it's not a revolver that you need to load one at a time.
As a matter of fact, I believe you can take 7 shots.
It's something like that.
Yeah.
If
You can always just
the
have
turn goes for me.
Yeah.
There's just like
It's
6
a high
bullets
caliber.
preloaded, you just
Yeah,
put it in.
It's 8 shots.
There's a cylinder. Yeah, there are cylinders.
No,
for
it's
that.
how many times I can shoot.
Oh, okay.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Me.
Daisy.
It's me.
Is it me?
That's at the end. I'm gonna try to shoot one of them.
Okay.
Ooh, 13.
13 barely hits.
Ah! What does this gun do that I don't have?
Is it a revolver?
It's a pistol.
Oh.
One
Uh,
a revolver?
It is the one we talked about. I don't know if that.
D8.
D6.
D6.
Okay.
Yeah, but I don't know if
D6.
we after what we talked about if we'd established that it does anything special.
With
yet.
the suppressor?
No, with the backstory we're gonna try to give to throw it.
Oh, well, no.
Okay.
Yeah, you're fine.
Okay.
D6.
7.
7.
Plus 3.
Well,
It's her
no,
plus.
it's my
It's
plus.
hers.
My
Oh,
dex is
you
better
get-
than yours.
Yep. 7.
7.
Sorry about that, my dude. It's always the user.
Yeah. I'm gonna make, as a bonus action, I'm gonna make a perception check to see if I can get another action.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's a 16.
Okay.
I'm gonna dodge.
Good call. Dodging you are.
Solid call.
Okay.
Are there any left in the air?
Yes. 6.
6.
Jesus
Ugh.
Christ.
They're all in the air now.
Good. I would like. I would like to. Fucking bonus actions aren't worth shit to me. So I would like to bonus action yell out to Mutton Chops,
Okay.
and I would like to say, Mutton Chops, if you help us get out of this, I owe you and your whole crew a goddamn drink. And I'm gonna take a shot at one of the Yes. That'll be what, 23?
Hits.
Alright. 14 points of damage, so have to 6.
7.
7.
Kills
Okay.
one.
Great.
Outright.
Kills one outright.
Shot. Jaw comes off. Black ichor splays across the floor.
Good. Good. I'll do it one more time to one of the other guys. Well, maybe. Yeah, okay, 14.
14 hits.
Delicious. Well, they can't all be winners, I guess. 13 points of damage. 12 points of damage, I'm sorry.
Reduced to 6. Barely holding on, but yeah, the you pierce the tail, sort of throws barbs spraying out of it, and wherever they hit, fires begin to burst and catch. Who got hit by a tail spine last turn?
Oh, I forgot I was on fire.
I did.
I would have used my extra action to put myself out if Courtney had
Okay,
remembered.
you want to put
Instead
yourself
of
out?
Godwin, yes.
Okay, you're on fire as well. Who I hit too
You
much?
didn't hit you?
You're on fire.
Yeah, just Jeremiah and
Okay.
It is the two of us.
Okay.
And Tom.
I mean, I got hit with one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I hit
Was
you.
it a tail spine?
Yeah, you're on fire too.
Is the extra.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know I was on fire. Oh, okay.
Yeah, sorry. Yes, the fire damage caught your clothes on fire.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah,
I don't get-
you explicitly said it with us, but I don't think you were
I was
repeating
like,
it.
Yes,
sorry,
I did
didn't
not
realize
repeat
I
it
was
with you guys.
on fire.
No,
Okay.
you are. Yes, you are on fire.
Yeah. I would have put that out.
Okay,
Does it give us
Doc,
any
rock and roll,
extra
girl.
damage on our
Doc,
turn?
rock and roll.
it does.
Okay.
We'll do that all at once. You all take 1 point of fire damage
Thank you, sir.
for being on fire.
Okay.
For being on fire. The fire damage.
Yes.
The fire damage caused by you being on fire.
Yes.
Which happened when you caught fire from the
Yes.
fire tail spikes.
Yes.
The poison
fire.
design is specific.
Not
Yes, thank you.
Thanks,
Mhm.
Krunk.
Not specifically
The
the.
fire specifically designed to kill us.
The fire specifically for the tail spikes.
Mouth is great.
Yeah.
Can I shoot through it?
It's
Or
no,
is
it's
it
like a metal iris. Yeah.
thing? Okay. So can I see what's going on?
No.
Cool. Then well,
And you're just protected.
There's another bartender down there.
yeah, I'm just trying to see if I get my
with you.
extra.
There's
action.
actually two others. There's the redhead you saw, but this is specifically for the bartenders.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I don't get my extra action, so I guess as a bonus action, I'm gonna stop, drop, and roll.
It's an action to put yourself out.
Fine. I would like to
Put the fire out.
put myself out,
There
and
you go.
then I don't. Can I try to see what's going on with them?
Yeah, make perception.
Because there's two of them down there, right?
Yeah.
Can I see what's happening?
They just got machine guns down there. They're gonna light the place up.
It could be a 16.
The dancers with their
16.
machine guns.
16.
Okay.
It is their life.
You see one of them has like grabbed a shotgun
Mhm.
out from behind, and she kind of checks on you. And
Yeah.
she's like, "Are you okay? Like, good. Just stay here. You'll be safe." And she just seems like ready, but she's not going
Can
anywhere.
I say, is this thing, and point to the shield and say, is this thing fireproof?
I don't know. I think so.
Well, let's hope so, because we're surrounded by alcohol.
Yep.
And that's my turn.
Okay.
You're gonna pull yourself up like Rory did.
If you planned that, I swear to God.
The
Lowercase g, uppercase G.
We're already hurting our bar. Leave the booze alone.
the
I love it. Is
Wait,
what
we
I'm
have a
saying.
bottle of jam. We can make a Molotov cocktail.
1, 2, 3.
Is anyone still on fire?
Catch it on fire with
Use your
Jeremiah.
stuff to light the Molotov.
We are going to tailspine, 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 tailspine.
Hey.
12, 10, 12,
Mm-mm.
natural 20,
Me?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's okay.
9.
No, I'm sorry.
You're sorry.
I apologize.
Oh, well, that's terrible. 9 points of damage total, counting fire damage.
Okay, great. You're on
you
fire
you
again.
catch fire.
Why are you trying to kill me, Tony? That's terrible.
It's the
Do not
dice.
use the gin to put
Because
yourself out.
death is neutral.
It's the dice that are trying to kill you, not Cody.
He was upset about it.
Yahweh has devices that you can't understand.
After that, they also start shooting the fire spines at the other bikers. They only use sort of one of their attacks on you guys because there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them, and there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of you. So then they start attacking the quote unquote civilians. They hit about half of them. That catches more of the attention now as like the fires are bursting up and people are starting to realize, oh shit, like we're shooting at the wrong people. And then, but some of those people that have been shot at now are like, fuck you. We're in a weird hazy area.
There are bigger concerns.
But if you get shot at, you're gonna shoot at the person that was shot at you.
There are demons in the air.
As the demons, you guys haven't seen that yet.
Do I need to make a wish save?
You do. You very much do.
17?
Okay.
Okay.
Less so than earlier.
Just under my breath. How about you? Look heaven, you clearly worked so hard for this.
The center of the bar begins to wheel up these large cranks. This metal cylinder sort of clockworks and twists up, and this domed, almost bullet-looking capsule comes up, and you can barely see the red hair as this huge,
I love this place.
like Gatling gun raises up from the center of the bar.
Cody, please. I can only get so erect.
I'll narrate through my turn.
It sort of spins and whirls, and the bullets that go piercing through the ceiling send shrapnel and rocks pouring down. The 3 that are there, none of them succeed their dex save. They're all dead. That's
Jesus.
Those 3 are done. There are 3.
They're not mobile. For me, they are. Fun fact.
2. There are 2 alive.
Nice.
Isolde.
Yeah. So there are 2 alive and they're flying around?
2 alive, flying around.
Alright. I shall try to shoot one. Um, 18.
Hits.
Nice. And it is... Whew, nice. 12 points of damage after 6.
Dead.
Nice.
Bullet catches it, wings erupt, and it goes spiraling down towards the concrete. Jeremiah.
Yes, I will take a shot at one of the remaining 2.
Just
No,
one.
One. It's just
She's
one.
got it.
Just
She's
one.
got it. Yeah.
This is it, my dude. Hope for it.
Oh, well, hang on with my plus 8, 15.
Hits.
Hey, do it.
Do it. I believe in you.
I don't think he's within 10 feet, though. So I don't got anything special. So 6, so
I
plus
asked one
my-
thing of him.
That'll be a 10,
Half to 5.
half to 5.
10 half to 5. Still up.
Why couldn't they be a large? Then I get plus 2 more.
All right. Lola.
It's okay, we'll do 5 shots. We'll be able to kill it.
7. If she rolls good.
Shoot
Her. Well, you don't know the gender of the spine devil.
That's right.
Between the eyes again, though.
Between
It
the
came
eyes.
from me. They're all females.
Ooh, I mean, I made both.
It's
14
like here.
and
Awful.
21.
Hits.
They
Both
both
hit.
hit?
Both hit.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, between the eyes. Super special.
Sorry. That's 15 points of damage.
Well,
Yes.
that's showtime.
Yeah! Alright. I want to try to, like, get it, like, so, like, the wings just crumble.
Sure. You,
It's like
yeah.
shot into.
You catch it, and the momentum of the bullet sends it spiraling. When it hits the ceiling, its wings are splayed out. You realize something, though, with each of them. Every time one of them dies, they erupt into a flame and turn to ash. So across the ceiling of the 4 R's, there is now the outline of this ashen, burnt spine devil with your initials in it.
Ooh.
With the spine devils dead and people still being confused and shooting at each other, the red-haired woman in the Gatlin capsule, you hear the unfolding from around the bar, these large sort of gramophone speakers, and you just hear her voice begin to ring out. Drop your fucking guns and get the fuck out of my establishment.
I love her. Why the fuck didn't we want to meet her? We could have met her so much sooner, guys.
We tried. People failed when they tried to meet her.
Oh, I didn't even try.
No, I'm like the last time we were.
Friends by the end of it.
When Jeremiah was talking to the waitress, she was like, "You're gonna need to talk to the owner," and he was like, "No." He said, "She said my establishment."
You want to be Goose and Maverick?
She did.
Fair enough.
She said my establishment. We could have met her earlier.
Fair enough.
I know.
Yep.
Not down. Oh my god.
She continues to speak. The guys are like, the bikers, you can see their sort of confusion, and they're like, "Oh wait, what? Huh?" And the Gatlin just sort of makes its way over there and is like, "The ladies will collect your firearms, and you will exit very calmly." And they're like, right, no, that's okay. Very well. Just gonna start putting everything down, and like,
Too many guns.
Yeah. The gun scene begins to happen.
Yeah.
As all the dancers start coming around, and
Sleight of
they
hand, hide my gun.
Make a sleight of hand check.
Yeah, me too, man.
We're all like in the booth. Can I help them?
Yeah.
Sure.
Same?
You're out in the open.
I am.
You guys are the people in the booth can attempt to do so.
Can I
I have a trench
at
coat.
least
Just sleight of hand check.
Megaphone.
can I at least just turn
Hold
to
on. Let me deal with this first.
Unnatural 20.
Unnatural 20. 20.
18.
You're good.
26.
You're good.
I gave it back to Jeremiah.
Oh, okay. That's fine. That's fine. I will say that they take the sniper rifle off of you because that's big.
It's hard to conceal well.
I will
in a
say
hurry.
on a tie, they'll take the big one and you can keep the rest. Okay.
I have no money. You keep losing sniper rifles. This is my third one, guys.
You're always welcome to borrow some.
A sniper?
I'm
Money, I think.
Oh.
I'm looking for Thomas.
Okay.
I want to stay with her just because I don't want to get separated.
Sitting there.
The other waitress, who has a similar red hair, but it's more natural. She hits the lever and the iris begins to retract, and you can sort of come out. She's like, "I think you have to go. Sorry. Glad you're alive, though.
Oh, thanks.
Come back."
What was your name again?
My name is Red.
Right. What's the other one's name?
And I'm
That's Ruby.
still
Ruby.
Yeah,
Ruby.
Ruby runs the place. Yeah, Ruby and her beau Ricochet.
You two are amazing.
God damn it, she has a bow.
Stop
Yeah.
it.
I love
I'm
that.
upset. I was excited. I'm a widow now.
Wait,
Yeah.
Okay, B-E-A.
Yeah, no, I'm angry that she's not
No, it's her
single.
bow.
Not B-O-W.
Right. Yeah.
And her bow.
Yeah, it's Ruby and Ricochet's Rest and Reload. Or
Oh my god! The mystery is solved. We can all go home. Oh god, I have to write it down right now.
or Rest and Revolution, or Revolution and Reload, like the last two sort of. But yeah, the Red's a theme. It's not my name, but like it's my stage name. No, well, it's for safety.
Oh,
Yeah, you don't. You
don't
didn't ask that.
I want to be friends with her. You know what? This was such a wonderful show, and to thank you here, and I pull out one of my business cards.
Sure.
And I'll draw like a little symbol on it and be like, anytime you want to see the show for free, stop by.
Oh, that'd be
please.
lovely. I'd love that.
I'd
Thank
love to give you a
you.
backstage tour.
That'd be wonderful.
And I will definitely be back.
Great. I look forward to it.
Great.
Wonderful.
And feel-
Do you have a gun?
Yes, you saw me using it.
All
That's
right,
why I'm
but you have to
leaving.
leave it.
Oh, I can't just take it and leave?
No, we sort of take all the guns. It discourages people from shooting
Right.
inside.
Well, when can I get it back?
I'll tell you what. Just for you, if you come back, I'll give it back to you.
Oh, thanks so much. Here you
All
go.
right. Yeah, she takes it.
Don't worry, the safety's on it.
Was safety invented yet?
Jeremiah definitely made a mental note of Red being a certified badass, by the way.
Okay. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I'm
I just.
I'm trying to find you.
I know you are.
I'm following her.
I would like to try, as we see all this happening, just go, all right. Now, I want it noted, I tried to help, and I will absolutely, but I did attempt my assistance, and I will gladly walk out with my compatriots. May I please keep my firearm? It's very special.
What if he leaves the bullets?
It was gifted. It was gifted to me by a friend who is dead now.
Make a persuasion check.
Can I help him?
Had advantage because of the dead thing?
You're just getting out of the.
Oh,
you're having your conversation.
That's a natural one.
No, it's not. It's a 15.
Holy shit!
I've come out now.
Yeah.
Now I can see him.
You can, yeah. I mean, she has made it known.
It's a 15 plus
I would,
whatever you.
I would tell you if it was bullshit. That'll be I guess an 18.
An 18.
An 18.
16 plus 4, 20.
Ah,
So the leave it. The consensus is, and Mutton Chop sort of tells you this too.
Yeah.
He's like, this kind of happens. Just put it down. You might get it back later. All right. Like It's it when she gets in the capsule, don't fuck with her. Like, she's pissed off. She's gotta rebuild a lot of shit now. So, but yeah. Well, so yeah, all of that, but sounds like this. I guess this is fuck all. I can't do anything but an Australian accent when
she's sort of like real particular about the firearms.
Yes, she is.
So it's like not just what we had in our hands, but everything. Yes.
Sleight of hand.
Do you have it hidden?
I have a couple things on me that I didn't use because I'm a one-hander.
Right.
So I have a couple things that just like sit there.
Just roll a disguise check for me. We'll see if they even see it.
Sure.
There's so much happening.
Natural 20?
Yeah, you're fine.
Okay.
You keep the rest.
Shit, we're here from natural 20.
Yeah.
It's not about that.
No, it's hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah, you. From what Mutton sort of describes and tells you guys, this happens from time to time. If you're good to Ruby, she can you might get like maybe your stuff back. It's not a big deal, but it also the threat of losing your very expensive guns is usually a good reason to not start a bar fight in the establishment. So
yeah,
you guys are go ahead.
An empty bottle I can borrow. Just a small one.
Sure. Here you are.
Can I scoop some of the ash into the bottle?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Anything else on you guys' way out?
I'd like to leave a little note that says sorry with like.
And I am scorned.
Okay.
Like 15 pounds.
Cool. You guys make your way out into the tube. It is the duos are revving up. People are scattering. The crowd that was inside is thick. You think you might be able to use the crowd as cover to escape from the journalists. I'll take stealth checks from everyone.
As we're doing that,
let me rephrase. I don't need stealth checks from everyone. I need them specifically from you, but I'll give you advantage as they assist you.
They like blend like an Assassin's Creed. I'm blending.
Right before we do.
Sarah's 3.
24.
Okay.
Just right before we do and try to exit the scene as quickly as possible. I want to try to find Mutton Chops.
Yeah.
And just say
he walks out with you.
Yeah,
right?
he walks out with me.
You were coming out. You guys were shooting at stuff together.
Yeah, we were.
He was that was fucking weird.
It's fucking weird. You're goddamn right. It was Mutton Chops. And I want to get your name, Thomas Haywood.
Charles Choppa.
Charles Choppa.
He didn't have a problem with it.
That's fine.
Yeah. Charles Choppa Blake.
There you go.
Pleasure to meet you, Blake. Now the thing is, you guys like to race a little bit?
Oh, you know it.
And I think I might see you a little bit later, chum. And I hit his hand and I give him 50 pounds.
Wow.
Just for fucking, he helped the fuck out, right?
Yeah. He's like, fucking hell, all right.
And I give him a little bit of a wink.
Sure. And he scribbles down some like an address for you for racing purposes.
Thank you, sir. Now I gotta get the fuck out of here before this shit goes south. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And boom, we do gotta go.
I'm rolling for that occasionally.
Yeah.
Wait.
Every time I say my name, she rolls a thing because she's from America.
So
right.
now Effie and Lola are the ones who know who Thomas is.
What you guys do, because one, it is late in real time, and two, it has been quite the scene here. You are able to escape the journalists. However, there is a quite the scene up and above ground. Effie, and you know that if you do not return,
I know.
You will be in.
I know.
Will potentially cause trouble.
I know.
You have the option, if you would like to leave money to your friends,
How much do I have?
Have on you?
Yeah. Oh God. She's also from high society America.
Okay, I'm gonna say.
That's why she would know.
He's not famous. He wouldn't.
Oh, okay. I just rolled 19.
But they're in the same circle.
Yeah. Okay.
So.
I'm mostly willing to see if Lola recalls information that she would know. Which is why I've been redoing it.
Well, you got a natural 20, so you got all the information you need.
Shit.
Now she knows.
Unless Courtney.
I will tell you how much you have in general from the estate later on.
Okay.
What I will say is, how generous do you want to be to them?
Not excessively,
Okay.
but there was some bullshit that happened, and there's been some bullshit that happened. And most of them saved my ass a couple of times recently, so like a moderate amount.
Roll a d4 and a d6.
Okay. 4 and a 1.
4 and a 1. She gives you all 500 pounds from the estate.
Thank God.
I said, God damn.
Yeah.
Now I can replace my rifle. Thank God.
There you go. There you go. 2. I've got to go back. I can't stay.
Damn.
They're gonna come looking for me if I don't.
When are we gonna get that check? When are we gonna get you out of this goddamn mess?
We've got to talk.
They're gonna come looking for me. I can't.
Could one of us go with you?
Can I come?
To that house.
Right, I'm very good at hiding who I am. That's part of my job. I really
Not in the
don't
middle of
think
the
any
night,
two
but
should
you
go.
all can. Now you can discuss this.
Yeah.
Over downtime.
Yeah.
You can attempt to make arrangements for them to be introduced into society. However, that does draw attention on them.
Yeah.
I'm a war hero.
Sure.
So it wouldn't necessarily be weird.
No.
For me to.
You can create covers for socialite, detective.
Right, just
even
in
a
general,
ringmaster circus. Yeah,
Bill Berman is a war hero,
Right.
so that would be
I am not saying that there are no reasons, but I'm saying given the amount of attention that she garners right now and the suspicious circumstances under which she came into society, that would put attention on you all as individuals.
Right.
Which is fine, but it is a complication for a quote-unquote secret society attempting to hide from the public.
Yeah.
So you all can discuss that in downtime.
Give me at least tonight. Let me see if I can figure out a way to make it not weird.
If you know who I actually am, it's not weird.
I know, but I just want to make sure all the bases are covered.
No, honestly, tonight, that's perfectly fine. It can't be in writing. You understand?
I know. I'll send one to Arthur.
You can. There are enough dead drops that the lamplighters utilize that you all can communicate for downtime purposes.
I just won't put it in writing because that's weird.
Yeah.
Even though there's not dead drops and she uses them all the time, this will not go in writing.
Great. That's fine.
One thing did. Daisy, was it you or her?
It's me. When? Now?
Yeah.
It's me. What was me?
What?
Like now? Like just recently?
Like with the demons. Jesus Christ.
Like, in there?
Yeah.
That was me. She's not here right now. She's probably here, but not like here.
We'll get there.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know what you're
we
trying to say.
can.
You fucking know it's me. Fuck.
There we go.
So with that, you guys close up the evening. The 4 hours is closed for the night.
Surprising.
Yeah. Some of you return to Vauxhall, some of you return to your variety of abodes. I believe Thanet House houses a chunk of you guys at this point.
It's the new Winnie's. You can't escape, Meg.
So,
I'm actually going to go try to return to Scotland Yard for a bit to try to work on some things.
sure. Absolutely. With that, we are going to call a close to this evening's adventure. Thank you guys for sticking with us a little later. We did get a little bit of a late start, so I didn't feel bad about pushing on. We want to say thank you to Team Multiverse, to Jay, Vizzy0N, who may still be in the chat. You guys are all awesome. If you are a subscriber, you gain access to our Discord. If you are a $10 a month patron, you also get a Twitch subscription. A bunch of other things. Check us out.
And I believe patron at any level gets access to the Discord
Yes.
as well, correct?
Yes.
Except $1.
Except for $1.
Everything
So,
above $1. So
Everything above $1.
$2, $3. You
$3.
get access.
No $2.
No $2.
$3.
And we're cool writers, so you want to come see what we have.
They
to
do a
say.
lot of.
There's probably going to be a letter
wonderful
coming out of
stuff.
whatever the name of the Camden estate is.
Yeah, I'll look it up
soon.
and give it.
Thank you.
can Get it.
I'm a cool writer, but they're amazing.
That's it.
You're not.
Writer.
And I like to read what they write.
Yes. So, have a good night, everybody.
I learned
This has
yesterday.
been a lot of fun. Tomorrow at 4 p.m. we have Disasters in Danger, our D&D 5e high fantasy adventure. Monday we are going to have Disasters in Danger. The 11th.
Also, what else is happening tomorrow?
What else happens? Oh, we're pieing me. Yeah, they're pieing me in the face tomorrow. On Wednesday, we begin our board game decathlon.
Woo!
We're back for Lamplighters on Friday.
Woo!
Saturday next week is the 18th. Yes. We begin.
The 18th is Monday. So
18th is
it would be 16th on Saturday.
I don't know what dates are.
Yeah, the 18th is Monday, so
I
19th is
just
Tuesday.
did. What day do we start?
The 16th is Saturday.
Thank
Next
you.
Saturday
Yes.
is the 16th.
Yes.
Okay. 16th will be our Disasters in Danger. Disasters in
Yeah,
Danger.
The 23rd
It's the week
is
after.
The
is what we
23rd is,
Yeah.
is the day
Okay.
you have downtime.
Well,
so.
on the 23rd, something fun's coming on Saturday night. We'll see about that later on. But until next time, thank you for joining us and be cool.